Let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Braethorn. How the heck are you? Apologies in advance if I speak a little oddly today. Apparently, like I bit my tongue in my sleep or something, so it's like, it's hurting and a little swollen. So I might speak a little weirdly. It's not a good thing to do when you talk for a living, but what are you gonna do, you know? That's better. Okay, that wasn't bothering me. But what's everyone? Welcome. So happy to have you all here. And I do apologize for skipping Tuesday, but we did Monday, and we did an extra a longer stream on Monday, and an 11-hour PC build stream on Saturday, and then a 7 or 8 hour stream on Friday. It was like, I needed a little time, a little me time. That's how that goes. But let's say hi to people. Hi, people. First, these people here. Yusa, what's going on? Green Crab 6, welcome. Broga, welcome. Greg NYC, welcome in. Glad to see some first-time chatters in here. And over in YouTube land, Tiny Nate just got your PC from Alexander PCs a few weeks ago. That's very cool. I hope you used code Braethorn to get yourself $50 off, because it's free real estate. John Paul Bacon, welcome. Derek Wright, first time checking this out. Hopefully not the last. MBJ Dog, yeah. Is that how that's said? Is there a better way to say that? I don't know. Dave Odell, welcome. Alice, welcome. Ben, welcome in. Gary, welcome in. Glad to see y'all. Steve, what's going on, Steve? King Pug, hey man, you're best. My uncle showed me you learning PCs. You're the best. Thank you. You're welcome. You're the best. No, you're breathtaking. I will never be Keanu Reeves, and that makes me sad. Jeff Lee, hello, welcome. Yeah, Envy, glad you're here. And for everybody, if it's your first time here, I hope you're ready, because I'm going to talk about computers a lot, and hopefully you'll absorb some of it and then be a more confident consumer out there when you're going to make your decision that costs you a few hundred or a couple $1,000s, that you're going to feel confident about that. You're going to feel safe and confident about your decision. I don't know where it's better to be an educated consumer, especially with large purchases, and buying a PC is a big old purchase. So yeah. What's up, Ruchu? Welcome. Greg NYC, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. Welcome to the swarm. Oh, is that not showing? You know, it should have been showing. It should have done the thing. Why didn't it do the thing? Yeah, it's all there. Oh, supposed to be above this. There we go. Sorry about that. Observer of Thoughts, welcome in. Tiger Lily, thank you for the lurk, of course. Thank you. Jasmine Devine, the cheese wizard has arrived. Dodger Dog, coming in with a tier 1 sub. That's what I was talking about right there. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. 7 whole months. Good Lord. Thank you very much. Dodger Dog. Is this the right place to ask some questions? Asks NVJ Dog. Too late if it isn't. You just asked one. That's it. So here's how it works for those who are new here. First off, welcome. And if you like, for the live stream side of things, if you like hanging out, just talking about computers, maybe I'm going to rant about stuff now and then, and that can be pretty fun. And then sometimes I do PC unboxings and shakedowns where I'm testing it out, seeing how good a system integrator does at building a PC. And sometimes I do PC builds, like this past Saturday, where I was on stream for 11 hours while I built 2 PCs. I am not a fast PC builder. Don't know what I was thinking was going to happen when I did that, but that's why I started at 2 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. Anyway, if you like that kind of stuff and you're watching on YouTube, consider hitting the subscribe button. It's completely free. And I am posting videos, of course, with SI Weekly and upcoming pre-built rebuilt, which is aimed at those who are new to PCs. If that be you, you're in the right place. If it's not you, you're also in the right place for a different reason that I haven't articulated yet and probably won't. Now, if it is your first time here and you're wanting to know how to get help with, like, you got a budget, you know what you want to use your PC for, like you know what you want, but you don't know what the right thing to get is. Or if you even want to just upgrade a PC you already have, no problem. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description. It's the first thing there. And that is a form you can fill out in order to get direct help one-on-one. It puts you in line for that, and then I can help you out. If you're watching on Twitch, it's a little different. You'll see, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Let's see. There we go. If you're watching on Twitch, you will see a thing that pops out there from Stream Elements now and then, and I just manually did it. And there it is. There's the one that's automatic. And it says, if you're looking for help, click this link, fill out the form. The form is just something that asks you questions you should be asking yourself anyway, and then a few other things to help me help you. And we've had lots of people do it, and it's awesome. What the hell's a golden kappa train? What is that? Is that... You have a limited time to earn an exclusive golden kappa emote for 24 hours? Guys, I think that's a thing. Isn't that a big thing on Twitch? Isn't that a big thing? What do we have to do to earn that? Green Crabs, thank you. Green Crab 6, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. We get a golden kappa for 24 hours? I don't know. But guys, thank you for the early hype train. Yes, it's a huge thing. All right, I don't ask for bits and subs or gifted subs or any of that stuff normally, but if you're gonna do it during the stream at some point, you might want to do it now so you can get that golden kappa, because I'm really not up on a lot of this stuff. Oh, Visa said, hey there, you can call me AJ. Oh, okay, what's up, AJ? Yo, look at that. Thank you for that. What happened? Who did? Coggle, thank you for the tier 1 sub. It's 2 a.m. here in the UK, and I got work tomorrow at 6 a.m. Would it be okay for you and everyone else if I get your list for me early? Well, you were the first one already, so if I fall asleep, don't mind me. You just carry on with my build. I will watch the VOD. Oh, I got the 9800 X3D CPU, but I don't know what other builds to have. So, like, you need the rest of the parts for a system. Well, you fill out the forms, so. Broga, I don't know what a golden kappa is, but I imagine it's desirable. Dodger Doc, thank you for the 100 biddies. I just got yesterday $12.99 SkyTech Black Friday system. Says Tommy, you got the Braethorn Black Friday system? That's pretty great. That's awesome. Congrats on that. There weren't many of those left, only a couple. And guys, I'm saying this again, but apparently I bit my tongue in my sleep or something. It's really hurting on the left side here and on my tongue. So I might have trouble talking after a while. And I might minimize, and that's really difficult for me. I talk for a living. So like, that's going to be hard. But yeah, you might hear me start to speak weirdly. Pretty sure if you get the golden kappa, all your dreams come true until it expires and you're left broken and alone. Well, that sounds like an emotional roller coaster. Coggle. And I think I already said this, but thank you, Dodger Dog, for the 100 biddies. Thank you very much. And the regular kappa. Jeff Lee also just bought a SkyTech system. Mine is a King 95 rig. Congrats. I hope you guys are using code SWARM, SWARM, for that nice, tasty discount. It saves you money and supports what I do. So if you found it through my content, please use that code, because you're helping me help other people find great systems for their needs, for their budgets, all that stuff. This is something I try to do for a living. It's not always easy, I'll tell you that. Oh, yours got delivered yesterday. Oh, it arrived yesterday. Sweet. Stocky Jack, I'm sorry. Still don't have the hat handy. Thought I had a hat here, though. Where'd it go? Sorry about that. I'm afraid I don't have a hat handy. How do you like it, Tommy? How's it working for you? Looks good, right? See, yours should have come with this little thing in the back on the rear fan. Looks a little something like that. Oh. Super cool. I might try to run a poll or something in the Discord to see if people want Skytech to bring back the 9800 X3D system as soon as they get more units in of that CPU. But let's take a look here. So let me show you guys what it looks like when you submit the form. When you submit the form, this is what I get here. It's all the information condensed. Okay. So we have 3 names for VUSA, but VUSA chose AJ for the name, right? AJ. So that's 3 names. Is that 2,500 in US dollars or pounds sterling? I heard some orcas off the coast of Spain started using fish as hats. Real news. That's amazing. What a time to be alive. If you guys want that golden kappa, there's 20 seconds left in that hype train. 20 seconds left. I don't know what we need to reach to get it, but time's almost up. Howdy, Bray. New YouTube and Discord sub here. You helped me a ton on my transition from console to selecting, ordering new pre-built. Just got it today, but I'm scared to turn it on, says Juice Dukes. What do you mean? Oh, shouldn't you? Well, okay. Excited and scared can be interchangeable. So I get that. But I hope you watched my video on how to set up your new PC, because I have a video on that. All right. Well, got golden kappa. I guess we did what we needed to do. Thank you, everybody. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if I want people just showing up to show up for that, but I mean, why not, right? Oh, I didn't change the title. Dang it. It's not Cyber Monday anymore. I didn't change the title. Yo, Ben Honda SUK coming in with... oh, my goodness. Okay. Ben Honda SUK just gifted 10 Tier 1 subs to the community. Let's go, nerds. That is a Tier 1 sub for Risen Bull, Tech by the Bite, Who Cares 314, Green Crab 6, Exiled Wolf, Ginger Me Timbers, Cogs 242, Amniag, Invader Zenny, and Crash 117270. Let's go, nerds. Welcome to the Swarm. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. I mean, thank you, Ben. Good Lord. Hold on. I gotta fix this in general. Okay, it's updated. All right, it's updated. Cool. Let me elaborate. Oh, there's literally a big important looking cord hanging from the CPU. I believe back into right above the power supply. Sounds like that's probably It's kind of a rough description there. What you need to do is open up a forum post in our Discord, which is free to join. And in the tech questions forum, you can post a picture of that and say, is this okay? It's kind of hard to picture otherwise. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yo, Stocky Jack, thank you for the Prime sub. Look at that, hitting 1 year. Thank you very much. We're not in a hype train right now, but thank you both, Ben and Stocky Jack. I appreciate you. Yeah, Raxus, I just saw that. I did just see that. Okay. AJ or Vusa, I was asking whether the 2,500 you put for your budget was in pound sterling or if it was in US dollars. Well, Steve, what we're probably going to do is a PC part picker list and just select UK if that's an option. I did today. Galbiala. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to the chat. I did today actually around noon. Unfortunately, no responses, but I'm continuing to look for videos on your channel addressing this. Okay, yeah, Juiceux, one thing about the techies is that they are volunteer, and there are times when they, you know, they're not scheduled to do stuff. It is a volunteer free service. Oh, why did you... Okay. Why did you change accounts? Why did you do that? Because now it doesn't match what's on the screen. Like, if you look here, you were in here with the right name, I guess, if that really is you. If you look here, it does state that your name needs to match what's showing up in chat for me to speak with you about it, to follow along. But I don't think Dummy is censored on Twitch, Crash, since you just said it. Right there. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's very late over there. So 2,000 sterling. Okay. All right. UK monies. All right. All right, we can just do UK right there. So as you stated, you already have the 9800X3D in your possession, correct? And you're trying to do gaming, programming, esports, streaming, coding/game design. It's not going to be the best for coding/game design necessarily. It'll work, but for all these other things, it's great. Dodger Dog, I'd like to send you my list of parts I already bought and have you tell me if I'm a genius or a dummy. Dodger Dog, I didn't... Hold on. We've never helped you out. What the heck? Yeah, I mean, sure, you can join the list for sure. Now listen up, everybody. This is something I need y'all to do real quick. I'm jumping into this one quicker than usual, okay? What I need you to do is I need you to, well, if you're watching on Twitch and you're on the list to get help, wait, yeah, here we go. If you're on the list to get help and you're waiting for help, please, if you're watching on Twitch, use the emote that all you need to do to use it is follow on Twitch, which is free. and you'll see an emote there that says I'm on the list. Use that emote in a chat so I know, and I'll mark you down here. Something like this. That's the people I'm helping tonight. And if you're watching on YouTube, you actually need to type it out unless you want to get a YouTube membership, because YouTube doesn't allow me to put custom emotes for people who are not paying money, which is dumb and stupid and dumb, but that's what they do. So if you're a member, you have that emote available. If you're not, and you don't have to be, I do ask that you subscribe, which is also free for the free help you're getting. Then all you need to do, of course, to chat on YouTube, I think it's subscriber only chat. So you are subscribed if you're chatting there. Thank you. Just type out @Breathorn. That's me. Once you start typing @Breathorn, it should fill out the rest for you. Just click that and then type I'm on the list. All right. I'm doing roll call right now as I start in on this first one. What's up, Gino? How's it going? Avi, how are you doing? Nope, never been on the list. I bought my parts and they've been delivered or will be delivered tomorrow. I'll watch you enough to think I did you proud. Okay. Well, good. And thank you for the lurk, everybody. Braxton, look at oh my goodness. Oh my god, that is worthy of this for sure. Braxton just subscribed at tier 3 for 3 months in advance. Let's go, nerds. Welcome to the swarm for a while, apparently. You're stuck here, and that's great. Thank you very much. Braxton, tier 3, 3 months in advance. I am so sorry that I don't have a bunch of custom emotes just for tier 3. It's just I don't get many tier 3 subs. Maybe that's why I don't get many. You know what? I'm not going to think about it. Thank you, Braxton. No, you are. All right. Braithorn, I want to be on the list. Click the link in the description and fill out the form, please. It's the first thing in the description if you want to be on the list. Okay, back to it. All right, AJ. Yes, I got it pre-ordered. It's going to come in like a month or so. Okay, so our budget now is 2,000 British pounds. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to choose the 9800 X3D, add that, and it's going to be marked as purchased. Got it, $500 bucks. That's not bad. Or 500 pounds sterling. It might be a little bad. That is 637 United States dollar. You paid a premium for that. Goodness gracious. It's supposed to be 480 US dollars, which would translate to $376.59 pounds sterling. But that's what people had to do to get that CPU in a lot of cases. That's why I was telling people just get pre-builts, but you know, is what it is. If any techies are in chat, check out my updated pictures in Discord if you get a chance. I don't know if there are any techies in chat. What's up, NDAG? How's it going? Welcome. Walleye says the new PC is badass. Thanks again. You're welcome. Dodger Dog, I wish I could get a 9800 X3D for retail. You can, through a pre-built system integrator. It's not the same. I know. Great, I'm on the list. I have questions about an ATX fitting into a case I already own. Plus building out the rest of the build. Would love some help. I can try. Just got my Skytech Legacy PC. Hope I didn't make a terrible choice. I don't know the specs of that offhand, so I couldn't tell you. I also don't know what you'd be using it for. EZIT Corporation, but I hope it's appropriate for what you're doing. That's what I mostly do. I look at what you're going to use it for, and then I go off of that. And your budget. Okay. Now, I guess we can go through, choose a motherboard. You're not going to need anything crazy if you're just well, you are streaming, actually. I take that back. You also wanted a black build, so that's That's fairly normal. Oh, let's check this guy out. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Not bad. One thing that bothers me is I'm seeing this trend from Gigabyte especially of putting cooling in, like this is ventilation for like an active fan for cooling, instead of putting USB ports in. Because my thing is this, as a heads up for anyone saying they're going to get a streaming machine, my priority for a streaming machine in the motherboard is to get you something with a lot of USB I/O on the back, a lot of USB ports, because over time, you're going to find that you want to get more and more devices. Maybe it's a camera, maybe a second angle on the camera. Maybe you're going to have audio interface. Maybe you're going to have a Stream Deck plus Stream Deck pedals. Maybe just USB microphone or USB headset, all kinds of things like that. USB, 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 over and over and over. I do like the fact that you have the two X16 slots down here for capture cards, things like that. So that's good. And here's this. Check this out. I used the last one I had, so I had to order another one for pre-built, rebuilt as a demonstrative thing, so I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. But look at this. If you find that you like the other features of a motherboard, or we're trying to save on budget or something like that for the right motherboard for your system, there are things like this. This is a PCIe X1 connection, so most motherboards are going to have that, and it fits into a larger slot like normal, and it's plug and play. And this one gives you 7 additional USB 3.0s connected directly through a PCIe lane. Very nice. Plug and play, no software needed to be installed with Windows. It just goes in. It just goes and it goes. And this was like 20 bucks with good reviews. What's up, Sailor? How's it going? Packers or Lions? Is that a sport ball thing? I think it is. Sorry, I didn't grow up with anyone around me that was into sports, so I never got into sports. I find that's usually why people get into it, because someone in their family, or like a parent or a bunch of friends are really into sports, or maybe you do sports. I didn't do sports in high school, and I didn't grow up around anybody who liked sports. We liked Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. So I've never been a big sports fan. It just was not part of my culture growing up. My parents were both European, like directly from Europe to here. I'm a first generation American. I was born here, yes, but they were both from there. What's up, Skinny Dr. Mitch? How's it going? Yeah, I ran out of USB ports, so those cards are awesome. Soggy Wonka Customs, welcome, welcome. Ruruchu, it just works. Yeah, I might get that. Looks useful. Sports. Do you think the Battle Mage GPUs are going to take market share from AMD? I hope they do take market share from both AMD and NVIDIA, because we all know NVIDIA has been playing around when it comes to the budget range of GPUs for that part of the market. Anyway, let's keep looking at motherboards. Let's just see if it shows it here. It does not. Yeah, they've definitely got a theme going on here. Yo, Juice Dukes 22, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Let's go, nerds. Thank you very much. Welcome to the swarm. I'm just afraid of that card blocking one of the fans on my GPU. To be clear, it's going to be somewhere like down here in one of these slots. Your GPU is up here. especially in this one. This is like all the way at the top. That's unusual at this point. This is a weird motherboard. I think I like the other one more, but it's way more expensive. 289 versus 219. Actually, it's not too bad, but it is pound sterling. So I need to find the next goated motherboard for this generation, but what we're going to do is we're going to go for the one that's already goated. And this is it right here. Look at this. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. So just to give you a breakdown real quick, all right, what the different colors mean. These ones with the black plastic on the inside are USB 2.0. That's going to be for stuff like your mouse, keyboard, headset, things that don't require high bandwidth. These 5 gigabit per second USB 3.0s are needed for things like an Elgato face cam or something like that. And then you have your faster ones here, 10 gigabit per second, that are for things like an external capture card, external storage, plus a 20 gigabit per second USB Type-C. Look at this I/O. This is awesome. Okay, this is very, very good. 2.5 gig Ethernet Wi-Fi 6E. I wouldn't use Wi-Fi if you're streaming. Use Ethernet if at all possible. Okay. And with the looks of it, it works both in a black or a white PC, which I really like. This is the best motherboard of all the X670Es out there, in my opinion. And the price is awesome. Okay, so we're going with that. $209.99. British pound sterling. Onion rings, baby. Let's go. Let's move on. Just to give you context, with SkyTech, I put together what I thought was the ideal streaming PC for gaming and streaming. And it had, for the CPU, 9800X3D, and for the motherboard, this exact motherboard, and no other motherboard would do. Skinny Dr. Mitch, I'm talking about on my motherboard. I already have a capture card, and the other slot is right below my GPU. Well, the thing about it is, this isn't a huge card. That is the size of it. It would only half cover up one fan. It's not bad. Plus, it doesn't require another power cable from the power supply, so you're not going to have a cable in the way either. Okay. All right. Now, do we want to go overboard for the RAM just in case? Because 2,000 pounds sterling is pretty good, but we want to get a really beefy video card, right? So here's where I think you have some thinking to do. Okay. I don't know what the availability is going to be like, but in late January, we're probably going to see the launch of the 5080. That's probably, it might be a little out of budget because the prices are just going up every year, every generation. But if not, something like a 4070 Ti Super will do the job for you. So let's look at video cards. But that would mean waiting to get your graphics card until the end of July. It's up to you. What you could do is get a medium tier graphic card right now. And then once availability is better on 50 series cards, grab yourself one of those and then sell the card that you had at first on the used market. Make some of that money back. What you have on your PC? What's your PC build? Asked King Pug. A 14900K and a 4090 is what I have. 96 gigs of RAM. Wow, the Tough Gaming is actually not crazy expensive. But I would, in this case, I'm actually going to say the Zotac one's probably just fine. It looks nice, has a little lighting to it, and it's also 760. Yeah, so the GPUs will be cheaper when 50 series comes out. Well, there's that side of it, and then also 50 series. The 5080 is speculated to be around 4090 performance at a 5080 price, which who knows what that's going to be. We're going to find out pricing on January 6th. So that's not too far away. That's a month away. Yeah, right now it's the 5th. What's better, your opinion? AMD or Intel? King Pug, it depends on the use case. There's not a definitive better answer one way or the other. It depends on the user themselves. If you're going to edit video, Intel's generally going to be better. Even, yes, the Core 200S. Core Ultra 200S is going to be better for editing video. In Premiere Pro specifically. If you're going to be just gaming, AMD. But blah, 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 blah. There's all these different caveats. If you want help, please fill out the form linked in the description so you can get onto this list right here and get in line to get some help. Oh yeah, Derek, I need to mark you down as being on the list. There we go. It's not just enough to be on the list, guys. You have to let me know you're on the list. In Twitch, it's an emote you have to select that just says I'm on the list. And on YouTube, you have to type @Breathorn, I'm on the list, so that I mark it here and then I proceed to help you when your turn comes up. Rurutu asks if it's Christmas yet. No, it's 20 days away. Let me ask you a question real quick, AJ. How do you feel about aesthetics? Do you want now just so you understand, the performance is going to be good no matter what. I'm not going to suggest to you a case that has bad airflow, but do you want the fish tank style look or do you want just the standard front mesh style look? Actually, do that first. Storage. Juice Dukes, if that, so that's you that I was seeing then. I just saw that, and I actually, like, it's not that I don't want to take your money. I actually feel really uncomfortable taking people's money. So maybe it is partially that, but I have a whole video showing you how to set up your PC that I posted last December around Christmas time, and it's pretty comprehensive on how to physically set up your PC. Okay, all right. Kingston Fury Renegade 2 terabyte. Yep. How do you feel about RGB, AJ? How do you feel about them lights? What do you think? Skytech did me so dirty. Juice Dukes, you're going to have to elaborate on that because that's not the usual thing I hear about Skytech that is outside the norm, or I wouldn't recommend them. Need RGB. All right, that's easy then if they have it. And they do. I love this case. Love this case. All right. It's awesome. It comes with reverse flow fans for the bottom and the sides. Fans all fully installed with an RGB and PWM fan hub to add the fans for your AIO as well. It's really nice. I built in this on Friday in the white one, and I love it. And it's not insanely expensive either. I know Intel makes it hot for gaming and okay. What? No, the latest Intel Core Ultra 200S is not at the top of the charts for gaming, and it does not run that hot. It actually runs cooler with lower power draw than the previous generation, which is, in my opinion, the way they needed to go. What are we at? 1204.96. Still plenty left. I think you would definitely have room in your budget for a 5080. I don't think you'd need anything more than that, especially if the rumors are true and they're going 24 gigs VRAM on the 5080 and 32 gigs VRAM on the 5090. They need to do that. They've been at max 24 gigs VRAM for a long time. And productivity and design softwares and whatnot have been getting more and more demanding every year. And so have games, but you're never going to get to that amount for gaming. Never. Well, not never. I shouldn't say never. It's going to take a while. It'll take a while. Okay. Power supply. What if we can do this? ATX 3.1. Hey, how about that? Oh, that's pricey. That's a little pricey. Just to be sure that you have enough power delivery for future GPUs, I'm going to go a little higher than you might expect in the wattage. Minimum, I'm going to say is 1,000 watts, just in case you do get a 5080 at some point. We can do that, and then maybe bring that to 1,200. Okay. All right. No. No. Could go Lee and Lee Edge, actually. And that would work in this case. Why didn't they go 12V 2x6? This is a pretty new power supply. That's a little annoying. No. It's still good to have that, but you need to be damn sure that you plug that thing in fully, and then it's fine. No NZXT. It really sucked because you made some good power supplies, but like, yeah. And the GX is nice. It really is. But I would like to have something with native 12V HPWR or 12V 2x6. Well, we're going to have to go 12V HPWR, I guess. Seasonic, very, very solid. One of the best in warranties in the industry, period. Watch videos every day. Wow, okay, thank you. Just watching you last month. The end and watch TechSource 2. Both your content is good. Preferred yours. You have to prefer either one. TechSource is very different from mine. And I did get to meet Ed, actually, at the last CES last January. Hope to see him again this next month. But really, really cool dude, really chill, as he seems in his videos. Well, sometimes he doesn't seem so chill, actually, when you think about it, but still, really cool guy. Well, let's just go with something solid. Do like Cooler Master, and I'm gonna say that's a good one. They make some good power supplies. This one does really well too. Let's go with the MSI one. That was pretty highly rated. There we go. What's up, Wolf? How's it going? Welcome. Actually, I don't know if I can just call you Wolf because I get a lot of people in with Wolf in their name. But so Exiled Wolf, welcome. Okay, 1343.96. And we need memory and a cooler. I'm gonna go overboard on your memory because I'm not sure. I've never done coding or game design, and I have that on the list there. I just want to make sure that we overdo it in any specs where I'm not too sure. I'm not sure how much RAM capacity has to play there, but maybe we go with 64 gigs. Why not? You want RGB. He said need RGB. There it is. DDR5 6400. Z5 Neo. DDR5 6000 CL30. Bam, done. Got it. It's a little pricey over there. A little pricier than here. What can you do, you know? And then we need a CPU cooler. Let's go all Montech. Get a Montech CPU cooler. And there we go. That should look pretty good. Wait, there's no price over there. What's going on? Great. Oh, Geometric Future. I've heard of these guys. They have a really nice case that Skytech started carrying. Have you seen Sonic PSUs for the last 8 years? Not a single problem with any of them. All of them still going strong. Now is when I bought them. Good. By the way, what's up, Deathly Nightshade? How's it going? Don't worry, we're gonna get you done here pretty quick. Liquid Freezer 3. I know it fits. That's a good choice right there. We'll go with that. Sorry, Deathly Nightshade. My bad. There's your build, and we're at 1563 British pounds sterling, and there is some room to grow here. So what I would say is, if you are going to wait until the end of January, some of these prices are going to change, and that's just a fact of life. That's how that goes. But at that point, I would put a 5080 in there. It should be well within budget. This is already a 760 pound card right there. God, that's such a weird way to talk about money because it sounds like weight. But then you guys say like kilos or whatever. Kilograms or whatever. But anyway, and you have enough to go up to a like $1,200 card here. So 1,200 pound. 1,200 quid, whatever. Now, the one thing that's not on here that you'll notice is going to be the operating system, cost for your operating system. All you got to do is you can go to my YouTube sponsor VIP CDK deals, go to any System Integrators weekly episode, and look in the description. There's a link right there, and there's even a video I made showing you how to do it. You download the Windows Media Creation tool, install that on a flash drive, install Windows, and you can buy an OEM Windows license for like, well, in US dollars, it's $25 for Windows 11 Home, something like that, with my code, BRAID25. And then you don't have to spend $120 to $200 US on a retail Windows license. But that's your build. How the heck do I save this thing? I'm going to use the main name that you had here as Viusa. Or Visua. Visua? Was I saying that wrong the whole time? Damn it, I hate when I do that. It's a gamble, right? If I wait with the price change, yeah, because availability is going to change as well. What is not a gamble is that what'll happen is if you buy, say, a 4070 Ti Super, I wouldn't get a 4080 Super because that one is directly competing with the new 5080. 4070 Ti Super is a little lower end than a 4080 Super, and a little cheaper, and it might not be hit as hard with value decreasing value, whatever, you know. Sorry. Anyway, you might lose a couple hundred on reselling it, but then you get to use your PC right away. Up to you. Did I get everything? I got everything. CPU, you already ordered. Cooling. Motherboard is awesome. RAM, storage, and GPU, case, power supply. Done. You find it right there. You gotta give me a second. Give me a second. I'll get it to you in a second. God. Man, you British people, it's like you got all day for tea time, but when it comes to waiting for something that takes time, you're like, I want it now. I don't know if you sound like that. I don't know. Is that wrong of me to do that? Is that wrong? I don't know. Skittle X Rage says, I bought a pre-built and the 4070 won't turn on. Skittle Rage, the system integrator that built your pre-built has an obligation to you for you to have a working system. So you need to contact them and let them know what's going on immediately. Also, you're going to want to be a little bit more specific, because if your whole system's turning on but not the GPU, they need to know that. It's just things like that. You need to be really specific about what you mean by that. It's 3 a.m. It's fair excuse, okay, but I'm not proper British. I'm black. Okay, well, hey, either way, I'm happy to help. Nice build. Wish I would have found you before I impulse bought a pre-built. That's okay. I mean, look, there's two ways to look at it, right? Hindsight's 2020. That's just how that goes. But the other side of it is you felt confident enough to make a choice, and that's not a bad thing. I hope you got something that's right for your needs. Okay, I don't think this person, Austin Taylor G, sounded off earlier. It said they were here. So we'll move on to Derek Wright, who will be next. Congratulations, Brett. Yeah, but Skittle, there are people in right above me up there who are saying hopefully you plugged your monitor into the GPU, not the motherboard, and that's very true. But it's also something I say in my how to set up your PC videos. Be sure to watch that. It's on my YouTube channel, how to set up your new gaming PC. I have an older version and an updated version, and yeah, it shows that you need to plug into your GPU, not your motherboard. Mitch is coming in with the Zach's Tech Turf. Love that. I actually got to hang out in his stream the other day, which was great. Zach is great. Very busy guy. He had like 800 people in there. But yeah. I'd probably have 800 people if I was like tall, fit, and handsome. But I'm the opposite of those three things. Sorry, everybody. I apologize for me. But he's also really good at what he does. Just really good at what he does. And also, he's good friends with Brett of UFD Tech. And if that's all the recommendation I need, because Brett is awesome as well. Thank you, Joel and True. Appreciate that. I know. I like who I am. Mitch, I would say that, or Dr. Mitch, excuse me. I would say that it is easier to interact with everybody because I don't have hundreds of people in here. Even when we were hitting like a total of 200 people or so, 170, 175 people during the Saturday stream, even just that, I was having trouble keeping up with everything because I was also building 2 PCs. But still. But I'm glad you like it here. That's what matters. What's up, Hefty? How's it going? Welcome. My friend wants to get a PC next year. What's a good cheap recommended PC, or should he build one? If he's waiting for next year, King Pug, then you need to wait for that recommendation until next year because things change from now to then. Whatever I recommend now is probably not what I would recommend then. Derek Wright, still here? Yes, I see you. I see you there. Okay, I see you in YouTube chat. You don't have to respond again. Okay. 4K gaming. Oh, parts list. Okay, 4K gaming for 2,500. For a black PC, we're doing another parts list. All right. Yeah. Just a heads up. The 9800X3D is sold out, but here's the thing, chat and Derek. The higher resolution you go for gaming, and we're talking about 4K gaming here, the less CPU horsepower you need. And it sort of doesn't make sense, right? Because if you have a higher budget to do 4K gaming, and this is normally a $480 CPU, when you get to that higher budget 4K gaming, the CPU is less important because there's fewer frames per second, less work for the CPU to do. It's more GPU bound than anything. Now, what I would say to you, Derek, is that what I was saying earlier. We are but a month away from the announcement and pricing for 50 series GPUs from NVIDIA. And with that in mind, also 8000 series Ryzen GPUs from AMD, which the 8800 XT is supposed to be around 7900 XTX performance raster, but with 50% boost in ray tracing. As they're estimating 4080 super level of ray tracing, which is awesome, especially if they come in at like $700 or something. Fat chance of that, I guess. Probably 800 is what I'm guessing. But that's two really good options that are all going to be announced at CES in 1 month. Do you want to wait for that, or do you want to do your parts list now? Oh, hydrate. Got it. Sure. They had 24 in stock yesterday, sold out today. Good Lord. It's in high demand. Now, the other thing is once January rolls around, there'll probably be more stock of 9800 X3Ds. So right now, if you build a PC right now for 4K gaming, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. Now, what everyone's worried about the tariffs. I don't know how that's going to affect things. There is no way for me to possibly know that. But there is going to be stock of things that's already in the US that is not affected by that. So, and those prices should drop with the launch of the new GPUs. When the 8800 XT comes out, the 7900 XTX should drop in price, and that's a great GPU. Droobles, how's it going? Cherokee Vapor, welcome. I have the case I'd like to build in already. The 5000T, interesting. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, that's right. All right, well, we got to look at that case then. First off, let's go back. Go to motherboard. What kind of IO is this thing slinging? That's very nice. Very nice, Azrock. You're doing it. Pretty outstanding. Do we have measurements? No. I'll look it up then. Yeah. Bifurcation. No. Hate PCIe slot bifurcation. And you only have 2 slots. Really? You only have 2 slots? And if you use the second one, this one's at X8. Good luck. Oh, man. Azrock, you were so close to greatness. Sorry, it's a personal preference thing. If you're not going to add any more PCIe devices, it doesn't matter. But these are the things, if you're going to, like if you're going to put an internal capture card for streaming, let's see, you're just gaming. You're just gaming. Why do you even need a Tai Chi if you're just gaming? Why, hold on, no, back up. Why do you need a massive EATX motherboard for a just gaming system? Make it make sense. Falcon Northwest. Oh my goodness. Welcome, buddy. How's it going? I have been like, listen, Kel, it has been way too long. I've been like dying to just chat with you about stuff, to just talk about all this crazy stuff that's been going on. You gotta just let me call you tomorrow. I just want to talk. I just want to chat. I just want to talk about everything. It's been forever. And I hope you've been well. Seriously. Card for the time being is going to be my 3080, but I'm open to anything for a card. But no. Derek, I got to know why for a just gaming machine, you need the EATX motherboard. Make it make sense, please. Has a new Indiana Jones game requires ray tracing been discussed? I didn't know anything about it. No, I don't follow gaming as much as I should. Avi, yes, I know I was zoomed in. But still, what I was looking at was showing on screen. Hefty says, I'm still debating getting the King 95 Pro. It was so sexy in that build you did. It was. What a build. Like, I'm trying to decide what to do with that thing myself. Like I want to, like... It's just gorgeous. I don't know what to do. I might throw a 9950X 3D in there when it comes out. I don't know. But it's also a big build, and I'm used to this sleek and compact Falcon Northwest Talon that I have mounted beautifully under my desk, not taking up desk space, but on display right there, because it comes out a little bit so I can access top-mounted I/O. All that. It's really nice. And I can't do that with this thing. So I don't know what to do. Mount it to the wall. Never use it. Clean it every day. That sounds boring. And yeah. What's up, Dark Forest? How's it going? Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. Anytime, though I can say nothing. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not trying to bug you for information that you are legally required to not disclose. I got that. This ain't my first rodeo. I have tried to get information out of you before, so that's a fair thing. It's a fair thing to say, but it's huge and heavy. It is. I'm simping for a case right now. Hey, it is nice. It like, listen, among case manufacturers right now, Montech is probably the one on the steepest incline in quality and design. Seriously. I would say also I really like the new case from Be Quiet as well. Mostly because I like being able to, the thought of being able to invert it or lay it on its side or do that kind of stuff. But that's like, it looks really nice too. But like, man, this thing, when it's on, it's on. There is no doubt. They are cooking. The looks, but I'm gladly open to ideas. Future-proof gaming, streaming, podcasting are the priorities. Well, why didn't you say streaming? Those are options. You only chose gaming. Like, when you're choosing those things, it's not just about what you're going to do right away. It's for what the system is for in the future. You said just gaming. So that's what I had to go off of. Anyone who's coming in because of the Golden Kappa thing, yes, Golden Kappa is happening. If you wanted to start a hype train, you can get it. I got it. Look, here it is. Look, everybody. Wow, look at me. Wow, it's so golden. But on here, it looks normal. What the hell? It looks normal right here. No. Don't pay attention. No, don't pay attention to this. No, I'm just highlighting it. Damn it. Okay. Let's go back. Oops. And I vanish. That's not quite right because it's like zoomed in on that picture. Anyway. Now look at this one. Let's look at this one. Oh, good. That's a useful picture. Thank you. It should be legally required that they show the rear IO. I know it's listed down here. That's annoying to go to, so we're not going to do that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's really nice. But this is what I was talking about, where they have this ventilation for the active cooling of the VRMs and stuff. So it takes up useful space here. But still, this is very good. There's 10 USB Type A ports and 2 USB 4 Type C ports. Plus Quick Connect Wi-Fi 7. SPDIF. You gotta like your SPDIF. You gotta enjoy that. That's nice. You gotta appreciate. Really nice looks. Plus 2 PCIe slots on the bottom, not just one. And let's see, they probably bifurcate that. No, maybe they don't, actually. If this is through the chipset, this board's a winner. And I think this is the one that has it through the chipset. Yeah, baby, look at that. Oh, this might be, y'all, this might be, even though the price is higher, this might be the next winner. It's just really high price. It's not like 200. Wait a minute. We're still in UK. Sorry. Tee. All right. My bad. $468. I can't say that that's the best all-around board. This is high end. But how does that compare to the, let me see, X870E? How does that compare to the ASRock board? It's Phantom Gaming. There's the Tai Chi Lite, but that's definitely, no, okay. There it is. $800. $800. Nah. There you go. Wait. There you go. $468. You just saved a bunch of money. 14900K still a good buy. Latest info as for, first off, username checks out, I suppose. Secondly, I am currently struggling with a damaged 14900K that was damaged by the microcode before. It is on the latest microcode. It gained a little bit of stability. It is still wigging out on the daily, and it drives me crazy, and it's making my job really difficult. So I have a 14700K around here. I'm going to switch into that one. It should not have been affected by it, although there was a little bit of instability during the time I was using it. I haven't been using it for as long as I have this 14900K. It's probably going to improve my situation quite a bit. So because of that, and the fact that we need months to really vet the microcode that was the latest one released by Intel and see if it actually fixes a problem to where it's not causing potential permanent damage to CPUs over time, I cannot in good conscience recommend a 14900K right now. Mitch still sitting on a 12700K and loving it. Yeah. Do you have any recommendations? Oh, okay. Headphones and our microphones. Well, microphone wise, I have a Rodecaster Pro 2, so I can hook up my microphones that would normally require extra equipment, and it just plugs into that and it works. So it's hard to actually make that recommendation. I would say probably the what do they call it? It depends on whether, like, if you get a Wave XLR and then the dynamic Elgato microphone, that's a good one if you don't have good sound dampening in your room. I don't know. There's a lot of options out there. I used the Wave 3 for a little while. I love that microphone. It was very nice. And then you can use VSTs with it, which is really, really cool. If you ever get into that, go down that rabbit hole. If you want XLR options, take a look at the latest version of the Shure MV7. I forget what they call it, but it has both USB and XLR. You can go that route. I used an MV7 for quite a while, but the first version of it, and it was micro USB. All right, so what I'm going to say, Derek, is for gaming and streaming, I would say the 9800X3D would be great. Oh my God, it's $834. Get real. That is nearly double the price, Amazon. You need regulations in your own site. It's flipping ridiculous. Right now, oh my God, even the 7800X3D is $650. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the 9700X. Great 8-core, 16-thread CPU. Great for gaming, great for streaming, and great on power draw, great on temperatures. It is a great, well-rounded CPU. All right. At 4K gaming, you don't need more than this. So you don't need a 9800X3D. I don't know why I was flipping out about that. Let's get a 9700X. Awesome. Okay. Now, if you feel like it and you really, really, really want to get yourself a 9800 X3D, you can wait until it comes back in stock. But do not pay $900 for it. Don't do that. Because then the scalpers win. You don't want to make the scalpers win, do you? I don't want you to do that. Texas Haas, welcome. Don't True, what's up? That's what happens inside of Amazon are no longer selling their own stock only. Now it's an open marketplace. People need to make sure they know what they're buying from. Yep. If somebody's so new to the space, you have no idea how foreign your vernacular sounds at times. I understand, and I try to minimize the jargon a little bit. It just slips out. I need to be better about that, to be honest. Okay. Okay, let's do a case real quick. Question for you. Derek, you already said you want case you want. You want the 5000T. Easy. In black. Okay. Also, here's a cool thing. This Gigabyte motherboard does everything that the Tai Chi does, and it's just ATX. It's not eATX. Problem solved. Dunyan rings. You're good to go. All right. Storage, easy. Kingston or Inland? Actually, let's do Inland for this one. Performance plus 2 terabytes, 129. Great performance, great reliability, great longevity, and great price. So far we're at 1256.82. Let me ask you this question real quick, Derek. If you don't mind my asking, what is your actual maximum budget? Because as you saw, when you're entering your budget, it's limited to $500 increments, not very granular. So what is the actual max? Is it 2750? Is it right at 2500? Any of those are fine. Just don't go back. Like if you're at 2200, don't choose 2500. Choose 2000 and say, actually, I'm at 2200. You know what I mean? But yeah, what's your actual max budget for the system? Listen to the echo. Yes. Hey, bro, quick question. So would a 4070 be better than a 3070? I would say if you're going to make an upgrade wasted, I would say go to 4070 Super. That's going to be a much bigger jump than going from 3070 to 4070. 4070 Super is going to be a better choice. Sandra Trash, I'm guessing you're the same as Wasted. I just answered you. And it's in stock, unlike Tai Chi. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Rhodes, welcome. All right. Went from 3070 Ti for the Win 3 to Asus 4080 Super because 4090 was sold out and done for. Well, now 4080 Supers are not being produced anymore, as far as I understand. I could be wrong about that, but they're going to be replaced in like 6 weeks. So about the case thing, I already got that. That's done. So why am I thinking that? Because I always have to ask about that. Okay, never mind. Now the video card thing. Let's finish the rest of the build, and then we'll concern ourselves with the video card. See how much is left. Let's keep it Corsair. Why not? RM1000E? Sure. What's 2023 version? Is there a 2024 version? No. Waiting on parts and trying to get a GP for the build I'm doing for a Christmas gift. Nice. Oh, not including the case cost. I'll remove that out of there. I'll put that as, I'll mark that down as already purchased. Oh, well, that's not available. Interesting. Okay. Can you tell me whether or not it has a freaking... Yes. Okay. See, Sonic. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. All right. Z5 Neo. I'm telling you guys, I really wish Kingston would do what G-Skill's doing. G-Skill knew what was up. If you want RAM for Intel DDR5 from Kingston, it's like Trident Z5, right? If you want the Trident RAM. And if you want it for AMD with Expo, it's Z5 Neo. It's right in the name. I wish Kingston would do that because it makes this a lot faster. 32 gigs DDR5 6000 CL30 with 10 nanosecond first word latency. There you go. And RGB because why not? Although maybe we go with Corsair instead. And then you just use IQ for everything. Yeah, that's what we need to do, actually. I just need to make sure that it has Expo if I can. Oh, we know there's 64 gig kit. It's not bad. DDR5 6000 CL30, 10 nanosecond first word latency. But what about Expo? Whoa, 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 whoa! The hell is this? Save what? Why did Corsair do that? That's stupid. Oh my god, look at all this crap on their site. Do you not want me to browse your website? You dummies? The number one way to piss me off when it comes to how you have your website set up is to put a bunch of crap in the way of me browsing your website. You know, the thing you want me to do to buy stuff. All right. XMP. That's a no from me. All right, never mind. There's just nothing here that just says straight up Expo. All right, whatever. We've already got RAM, and it's great. Okay, Ghost Poner. Very cool. Very cool. My 40 Super is not paired with 9900 XTD. I did have it paired with 7950 XTD, but latency issues, same dual CCD issues, V-cache problems. Yep. Some of the parts were going to be to upgrade my PC, but I'm waiting on new CPUs, GPUs for my build. Okay. CPU cooler, we can go Corsair. We have a Corsair case. H150i Elite Capellix XT. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. There's the LCD one. If you want the LCD, it is $100 more. $110, $115 more. I would say just get this. This is fine. You're not going to be looking at the LCD all the time or anything. That's literally $115 that can go towards your GPU. You see what I'm saying? Did you ever answer, Derek, what the actual... that's right. I need to take this off of here because the case is expensive. It is expensive. But that helps because now we're at $13.92 and 96 cents. So yeah. What was the actual max budget? Oh, you said it was. You said what the max budget was. You told me. Drubels asked about the light base 600, 900. I did talk about that earlier. I think it's gorgeous. It's a wonderful case. You did tell me your budget. Yes. $2,500 to $2,750, not including case cost. Okay. Now we're still 6 to 8 weeks away from 50 series. And God, please let this launch season end already. But it's up to you. What I'm recommending is you could basically get yourself a more mid-range GPU for now, 4070 Super, something like that. That's pretty high-end, actually. It's not. I don't know if that would be. It's mid-high-end, basically. Mid-range, high-end. It's somewhere in the gray area there. And then you save the extra, set it aside. And once 5080 comes out, 5090 though, I would say 5080 for your build. So that comes out, then you can get that, sell the GPU you get now, and that would allow you to wait after launch for a few months for things to calm down. Because when 50 series launches, oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy. You think people are scalping the 9800X 3D? They have not yet begun to scalp. And you're going retail for this. It's going to be tough. The number one way to get a 50 series is going to be through a pre-built system integrator because they have their own allocation. For the most part, anyway. But you're going DIY. So what'll happen is you'll have a GPU. Will you be able to game at high 4K settings? I wouldn't do it. I would have low settings, maybe change your resolution to 1440p temporarily, things like that. It'll be a little bit suboptimal, but you'll be ready for when those cards become available. And you're not going to pay scalper pricing. It'll take a few months after they launch, but hey, that'll be like right around tax refund season. And then you can sell, that'll make it easier to sell the GPU we're going to throw in here right now on the used market. So I would say 4070 Super. It punches above its weight class. It's a great GPU. I really like it. I'm going gigabyte on the motherboard, so we'll go gigabyte on the GPU. Triple fan, 2.5 slot, just about. 12 gigs VRAM, just fine. $599, not bad. Oh no, that's a 4070, not a 4070 Super. I was like, whoa, 409, what the hell? No, okay. And yeah, 589 is just, so this is just $10 more than that. I would go with this right here. $7K 0Y2. Is there any way I can DM you pictures of some computers I built and the specs and get an idea of what I should price them? I'm the worst for that. I never know what to price PCs at when I'm selling them locally or whatever. I'm very bad for that. I'm the wrong person, unfortunately. I have trouble with that myself. Could you do it for me? I would love that. So with this card, That puts you at saving $750 that you can put towards, along with the GPU, you can put towards the 5080 when that comes out. And you're still probably going to come in under budget. Because we got everything here. This is done. Other than your operating system, you know the drill. Get yourself an OEM key, save a bunch of money, or just get yourself a retail key. It's within budget to do so, but that's up to you. To be fair, is it 7 Koi 2? Is that how that would be said? I'm not sure. Because you asked me if I could help you with that, and then I turned around and asked you if you could help me with that, it's the blind leading the blind. So I just wish you the best of luck with that. Or if you go, what I would do is I would look at Jawa.gg, take a look at Jawa, and see what builders are pricing things on there with similar specs to yours. You skipped me, I guess, brother. Mine was more troubleshooting. Well, I don't need to skip you. You're next. But if it's more troubleshooting, that can be... there's not a lot I can do from here. It's why I made a video on how to set up your new PC, stuff like that, is because when it comes down to issues, the company that who should be helping you with these issues is Skytech. And here's what I find, guys. Here's what I find. I find that, well, here, let me put it to you this way. And this is something I've said before. If you get a PC and everything's hunky-dory, great. You would think to yourself, oh, this is a good company. But remember that computers are computers. And computers can have issues. They're very complex amalgamations of a multitude of complex parts. So things can happen. When you receive a pre-built and it has issues, understand that that company has not yet failed, because things can happen between when they have custody of it, then it goes to shipping, and then it gets to you. In that interim there, in that time in between, things can happen. Even whether the shipping was fine, things can happen. So what you're in then is you're in a situation where you get to see how their customer service is. They have not already failed. They now have a chance to succeed and show you what your ownership experience is going to be like, because you get to see what the tech support is like. So what I would do, Juice, is I would bring that to Skytech, who is obligated to you to make sure you have a working, running PC for the entirety of your warranty. This is an opportunity for you to have an experience that can be helpful to other PC buyers. And if you look in the SI testimonials, for a lot of the SIs, there are situations where people had an issue, got it fixed, and turned around and were like, yo, this SI is awesome because I had a problem. Now, then there's some times where you have a situation, and if there's a miscommunication or if something just doesn't go right, or you're just not happy with it, there's nothing they're going to be able to do to help you if you're bound and determined to be unhappy with a company. Like listen up. I ordered food delivery this evening. Okay. And I paid the extra money because I had to stream tonight, to get priority to where they bring it to me first. I watched on the app, the driver go to 3 other deliveries first and then just refund me the priority fee. You can't do that. If I pay for, you gotta don't just be like, everybody pay for priority and then I choose who gets it first. No, I got a scheduling thing I gotta do. And then it came in and it was a mess in the bag, like sauce everywhere, because the dude was just throwing the bag around, I guess. So I didn't scream at anybody. The guy was like, okay, thanks, thank you. And then I just worked with them, and they were like, okay, that's not acceptable. We'll go ahead and refund you for the thing. And I felt bad because I know it's a tough job delivering food. I know that. But in the end, it's fair of me to say I paid this much, and then I didn't get what I expected, because it was just a sloppy mess. It was lukewarm, and this was not a cheap meal. I wanted something nice for me and Ari tonight. And they turned around and said, we're going to refund you. And I was like, okay, you know what? Fair. That's fine, because stuff happens. I don't even blame the driver, because the way the restaurant packed it wasn't great. But I try not to get, I might feel upset. And that's a valid feeling if you're upset about something, because you paid good money for something. It's like, man, how could you? Well, it's not always easy to point out and say it's this person's or that company's or who deliver or UPS's fault or whatever. It's not always easy to point that out. So the downside is the person who is affected the most is the customer. That's just how that's going to go usually. I'll reach out to them during business hours. Thank you, brother. We'll update. Juice Dukes, I will say this. If you have any difficulty with any of that after you've reached out to them, please let me know. Because what I've seen is there are plenty of people who will run into a situation like that and then look for help elsewhere rather than going directly to the SI, which is where you should go first, because they owe you answers. They owe you a working PC. So make good on that. You definitely should. You deserve to. Whatever you do, just don't rent a PC from NZXT. I never recommended anybody do that since they started doing it. I was like, that's not good. Derek, no problem. You let us know how that turns out, okay? Just know with that 4070 Super, don't go into 4K Gaming Ultra and be like, why am I not getting high FPS? It's more designed for 1440p, but it is still a powerful GPU in its own right. And it's going to do just fine as a placeholder, basically, for 5080 later on. Next thing, I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Let's start with a 5080, okay? And we're going to make this a hypothetical. Say that you have a budget for a very high-end PC, okay? Like $3,000, whatever, a high-end PC, okay? What price tag could NVIDIA put on the 5080 that would make you say, I'm not buying that? What is the number that would make you say, no, Jensen, no? The curing fumes from your leather jackets have gone to your head, and you're asking way too much money. What is the number, in your opinion, that would be too much for a 5080? What do we think, chat? I'm curious. After that, we'll say 5090. But first, 5080. Because that's arguably going to be the more accessible card, if that word can even be applied. Well, Coggle, that's why this is a hypothetical, Coggle. Hypothetical situation. Where I said, that's the first thing I said, Coggle. It's like, if you have a budget for a high-end PC, if you had that, not do you have that, I'm saying, in this hypothetical situation, if. Triple B, what's going on? How are you? Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Look at that, 14 months. 14-month streak. 1,750 pesos is not a lot of money. I'm going to tell you that right now. Brandon Cool, how's it going? Brian Rhodes, that's not really, okay. I think we need to talk about the definition of hypothetical. It's not a real, right now this is happening kind of situation. It's you taking yourself out of your personal experience and your personal space there, like your personal, like your worldview, and saying, what if this was a situation? Not your worldview, actually. I need your worldview. But it's you putting yourself into a situation that you're not currently in, probably, or that you might not be in. Okay, Texas Haas not getting the, like, remember, the 4080 Super is already $1,000. Let's say that that's the minimum, okay, and that is the somewhat acceptable minimum, because it went down from $1,200 to $1,000 when the 4080 Super came out. Brandon Cool says, I just followed your channel. I don't know what this channel is about. Computer stuff, PCs, gaming PCs, Whether it's DIY, pre-built, whatever, anything. It's about computers. Texas Haas is $1,200 too much. If that's the minimum, then 1,000. If the minimum is 1,000, that I don't know why I asked y'all. You're making this. Dark Force 2008 said $2,000 for a 5080. Interesting. Although that's not a comma, that's a period. That's a dot. So that's $2 maybe, or is that? I don't know. $1,499 and up seems logical to me. That would be way too much. $1,500. Okay. Right. 1,001. Thank you, Coggle. Thank you very much. You're being very, very flexible with this, and I do appreciate that. This cognitive exercise we're doing. It's good. I would say I feel like they're going to try to bump back up to $1,999. I think they're going to try to go back to $1,200. Yet, what was the 4080 Super if not an admission from NVIDIA that they overpriced the 4080? Alice also did not get the assignment. The price to performance should be comparable to the current 4090 that's currently priced at $2K-ish right now. $1,600 was the, or was it $1,700? $1,699 I think was the MSRP for that. I don't want to see a 5080 at that. It's not advancement if it costs you, like, okay, say the 5080 is identical performance to a 4090. Should it be the same price? No, it's been 2 years. Not in any way, shape, or form should that be the same price as it was 2 years ago for a card that came out 2 years ago. There's no. But I get your logic. I understand that. But it's not advancing the technology if it's like, okay, now it does this, but it costs an equivalent amount more. It's supposed to be better performance for cheaper. That's advancing the technology. 5080 specs should be close to similar to 4090. The performance is rumored to be equivalent to something close to 4090. I think that should be $1,000 because, again, 2-year-old numbers here. 2-year-old performance. Right? 2 years ago. The 4090 was, and it is still top of the heap, but that's just because it's been that long and NVIDIA hasn't replaced it yet. Like the 5090 is going to be, I think it's going to be an equal amount ridiculousness over the 4090. It's going to be a leap over the 4090. It's going to be even better than 4090. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be $1,800 to $2,000. Okay. All right. It's for the whales. It's for the it's for the shrouds out there. All right, fine. You guys know we have people who come in here with a $5,000, $6,000 budget. That's for them. Okay. NVIDIA can continue to price their top of the line card out of the market. Fine. But for those who want a high-end PC and have a more realistic high-end budget, $3,000 or so, you can't do a $1,500 card necessarily. Like $1,200 is even that's pushing it. $1,250 they don't need to keep pushing. In my mind, they're at the ceiling. Derek, you have to understand where Jensen is at is selling data center products for $40,000 a pop. To keep him interested, they probably need to float these big numbers in front of his face, like, because they're having to take the silicon that they could put into an enterprise or data center solution and sell for $40,000 and sell it in a desktop graphics card. I get the feeling like maybe they want to exit the industry and just make money in the AI industry. But what the thing is, a lot of the stuff for enterprise was developed first for the consumer in a way. And sometimes a lot of times it's the other way around, though. But we funded the R&D for DLSS, for their AI stuff. We funded that. For ray tracing stuff, for all of that. RTX 5080 premium product will sell at $1599.99. Will slot just under the price value of the old RTX 4090. Value is a funny word to have put there, but yeah, I hope that's not the case. If they do that, how am I supposed to turn around and recommend that to you guys? That's too high for me. I don't know what I'm going to do. If the performance isn't exactly this, like if it doesn't beat the 4090, that's not advancing technology. It should not be the same performance for the same price 2 freaking years later. That's Bush League. That's stupid. That is stupid, and it's a bad purchase. There is no bad GPU. There's just bad prices. So if they turn around and they're like, this performs the same as the 4090, and it's also the same price, where's the value? Just buy a 4090 that's going to be heavily discounted. They're going to be hurting themselves there. But that's why they cut. Why do you think they cut off production of the 4090 in October? Because that's probably what's going to freaking happen. I'm so scared that they're doing this. I'm just like, please, NVIDIA, like, we know what you're probably going to do. Just maybe don't. Can we get a repeat of your intentions with the 3080? Do you guys remember the 3080 when it was first announced? Like, wild performance for $700. There was no 3090 yet until they announced it. The 3090 didn't exist in our heads until they announced that as a last thing. The 3080 was going to be a repeat of the awesomeness that was a 1080 Ti. And then what happened? Well, crypto boom happened, and COVID happened. Worldwide shutdown happened. And then scalpers happened because of that crypto boom. And was NVIDIA helping with that? No, they were selling pallets of GPUs to scalpers. They were busted for doing that. They were fined by the US government for doing that. And during that, what did NVIDIA watch and what did they see happen? They watched scalpers sell a 3080 that NVIDIA themselves had planned to charge $700 for. They watched scalpers selling those for 2 or 3 times the price and people gobbling them up like, yes, please. And NVIDIA was like, wait a second. We can charge whatever we want. People aren't going to try AMD products. We own this market. We can charge anything we want. And the next thing you know, upon the launch of the 3080 Ti, it is documented, is reported that backstage, Jensen Huang took the price of the 3080 Ti from $1,000 to $1,200 backstage right before coming up and announcing it. And you know what? People bought it. Now, there was a lesson learned with the 4080. People didn't buy the 40. A lot of people did not purchase the 4080 at $1,200. Refused to do so. And we voted with our wallets. And they saw a drop in sales. But that's not where they're making their money anymore. They're not making their money from consumer desktop GPUs anymore. They're making it from the billions of dollars they're making from data center sales. That's what, as a business, they should care about. Logically, they are legally required to make money for their shareholders above all other purposes for their company. Their job is to make money, to make their shareholders richer. That's a legal obligation they have. So I'm not saying I don't get it. I get it. I just don't like it. It sucks for us. On the plus side, the 5080 will have better ray tracing cores than the 4090. That doesn't mean it should cost the same as the 4090 that was launched 2 years ago. Oh, guys, it's 5% better ray tracing than a 4090. Okay. That was launched more than 2 years ago. It's old tech. So if they're going to compare it to the 4090, they're going to try to price it like the 4090. What we need them to do is compare it to the 4080 Super and price it similar to that and show huge performance gains for the same price. Everybody, look at that. That's advancing the technology. That's progression. That's what a good freaking company does. But we all know NVIDIA probably left that behind a while ago. They lost the plot. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Where I find out on the 6th, I'm going to be there. And you guys are going to get a video from me that day after the keynote. I'm going to do my best to get that out to you right after the keynote. That's going to be hard. It'll be that night. It'll be that night. I'll give you my thoughts. But trust me, you're going to watch that thing and you're going to know. You're going to know how I'm going to react probably right off the bat. And I'm just going to be validating your understanding of who I am as a person. Hope you enjoyed that. I did tell you, if you're new here, expect a rant, at least one per stream. It's stamp that on your Braithorn bingo card. Music didn't fit the mood. My brain was debating on jamming or pondering. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? They'll lower the price of the 5080 when TI and Super relaunch months after. Big market buyers love new NVIDIA architecture launches. Just a scope I've been noticing and analyzing for years. The thing is, Anthony Lewis, a lot of the sales at NVIDIA, like NVIDIA sales happen as soon as they mint the product, it's out. It goes to AIB partners. They are obligated to buy up certain allotments of silicon because NVIDIA then turns around and subsidizes them. It's this big old reach around thing, excuse me. But that's basically what it is. Where it's like, okay, you want to carry our products? Guess what? You have to buy this much. You have to charge this much. And if we tell you we want you to charge more, you're going to do it. And you need to do this, and you need to do that. And you can't innovate. Don't innovate. We have our own product now, and it's going to compete with yours, and we're going to make more money than you possibly could because you have to buy it from us, but we make that, although it's from TSMC, but still, NVIDIA gets their cut, and it's a big old mess, gang, a big old mess. One of the reasons EVGA took off out of GPUs is because of Founders Edition cards. NVIDIA competing with their own customers. Think about that for a second, how messed up that is. And Founders Edition cards are great. They're great products. They're really nice. And they freaking killed EVGA. Killed them. Because NVIDIA's like, well, we make a better product than you in our opinion. You can't even do what we do. So, well, you don't have a say in this. You don't get a say in that. They treated them like crap. And EVGA is like, you really think we're not going to quit this? See ya. Out. We're going to make power supplies from now on. And then people are going to worry about buying them because they have like a 10-year warranty and we might not be around for 10 years now. And it's just a whole mess. But you know what? Respect to EVGA for calling NVIDIA's bluff. You will be missed. I will never get a For the Win 3 card again, and that makes me sad. I sent my last For the Win 3 card to Mr. Cuddles, and then he quit. Maybe he was like, that's what I was waiting on. No, Cuddles wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. It's just because the 3080 I had given him died. Seabrew. Hey, man, Brett, you don't remember me 2 years ago? Of course I remember you, Seabrew, because you hung out. Other than just that, you came in and hung out. How's it going? How you been? Longest Roman, yes. Markov Brace saying reach around on the bingo board. Let's go. That was not on the bingo board. Well, Jay has the 14090 EVGA had in the works. I think there was somebody else who had one too. Maybe, I don't know. Jay was the one who would show it off, I guess. Yeah. And lucky guy. Yeah. I don't know if he's still using it or not. I wouldn't be using that thing. I would not be using that card. I would lock that thing up. And that's something I would never normally say, but that is going to be a one of one after a while. NVIDIA got what they wanted, though. Once EVGA left, I started buying FE. I mean, what are you going to buy? Freaking Strix cards that add hundreds of dollars to the price? Thanks, Asus. I trust Zotac more than other GPU companies. Don't undersell PNY, though. PNY is low-key a really good one, too. They make all the Quattro cards. They've been doing for a while. All of the NVIDIA enterprise cards that are like discrete GPUs made by PNY. They know how to make a good card. Did anybody else enter on the forum? No. Wait, I didn't put in Derek's build here. I gotta get that real quick. Did I ever give them their build? Derek, I'm sorry. I don't think I ever gave you your build. I got too into the weeds here on this discussion. My bad. Sorry. I do want to see about PNY. Their pricing can be very similar to the FE. Yeah. PNY has been working hand in hand with NVIDIA for a really long time. They get basically some leeway from I think from NVIDIA, some support, a lot of support from them, because they've been their enterprise manufacturer for enterprise discrete GPUs. Like I'm talking about for like workstations, not for servers. But I think maybe they make those too. I don't know who manufactures those. That's my bad. But doing great. Just been hella busy in the past about year, but my PC's going strong and haven't really used my PS5 since. Hell yeah, there you go. Freedom! That's what I'm talking about. They'll lower the price of 50. Oh, yeah, right. We already answered that. AMD 8800 is what I'm waiting on. I don't know if it's going to be 8800 or 8800 XT. I hope 8800 XT. I hope it is comparable to the 7900 XTX with 50% better ray tracing. That's what the rumors are. If so, if it's 4080 super level ray tracing, that is not a super impressive thing. That's basically how it should be progressing for AMD, because that will be them on their third generation of hardware accelerated ray tracing. It should be making leaps and bounds like that, because the 7900 XTX launched in 7900 XTX launch date December 13th, 2022. In a week, it'll be 2 years old. So here again, we have a card that's supposed to be equivalent to a 2-year-old card, but it's a model down. And then they're adding 50% more ray tracing performance 2 years later. Like, that is acceptable. If they make the thing $700 or something, what was the original MSRP of the 7800 XT MSRP? Was $499 for the 7800 XT. But what this is probably going to be more priced like is 7900 XT MSRP. I'm not showing the screen, sorry. $899 was the initial price. And yes, December 2022. $899. So we're probably going to see, I'm hoping to see $800. I'm hoping $799 is a price point. Because AMD said it themselves. They said, we're not going after the high end. Whoa, $900 is a pretty high end price. So yeah. If they come in at $700 or $800, it's good. It's okay. It's good. $700, good. $800, okay. $900, what are we even talking about with not going after high end? That's high end pricing. Yeah, goobers. $1,000, what are y'all smoking? Is it legal in Texas? Actually, no. The Radeon team is actually in Canada. It's the Ryzen team that's in Texas. Anyway, whatever. Ghost Punter, I'm looking for original MSRPs. What the launch prices were, not current pricing. That is irrelevant to new products that are launching soon. We want to see what launch prices are because that's what they're comparing it to, not market prices that are currently for 2-year-old cards. Not gonna lie, PNY Accelerate cards have such a killer name. It actually makes me want to buy one. It's a great name. It is. It's a good name. Only thing smoking in Texas is gun barrels. Broga, have you not heard of pit smoke barbecue? Or like that's arguably more. I'd rather see a $600 to $700 max. I'm hoping it comes in somewhere between the 7800 XT and the 7900 XT, somewhere in between that. Because if you're getting 7900 XTX performance, I can justify a price tag of $700. $800 is what I'm more realistically thinking, because you're talking about the performance of a card. If it's 7900 XTX performance and 24 gigs of VRAM, you're looking at the performance of a card that came out at $1,000. Now, if that goes down by $200, that's not bad. If it goes down by $300, that's good. But I don't know that it would go down by $400 in 2 years. That's not the way the market has been working. What's up, Alucard? I'm good. I just had a whole rant about NVIDIA. Good times. For an 8800 XT, I would not be surprised for $750, $800. Yeah, that to me is like, okay, that's all right. $699 or $700 would be better, because that's like a magic number. Think about the 3080 at MSRP at launch, $700, $699 was exciting as hell. Everybody would be down with that, I think. I still have my old PNY GTX 650 Ti. Nice, Exile Wolf. And also 10,000 Ryzen. God, that's going to be such an aggravating number. They're probably going to 11,000 actually, because it's gone 5,000 series, 7,000, 9,000, 11,000. Okay, I'm thinking it would still only have 16 gigs of RAM, but would have 20 to 24 gig RAM. I would think 800 plus. We'll see, because it depends, Brian, on what version of RAM it is, because you see, like, NVIDIA is going, I think, GDDR7, right? And then there's GDDR6, GDDR6X. Depending on which one it has out of those, also whether or not it's PCIe 5 or not. I don't think it needs to be. But it could be. Could be. NVIDIA going GDDR7 will be interesting for sure. Aren't they, though? Hold on. Let's see. Next generation GDDR7 memory. Yep. At least the laptops will be getting GDDR7. I'm not showing you what I'm looking at. But then, like here it says, from PC World, very trustworthy source, NVIDIA RTX 50 series laptops will get GDDR7 memory. This is from August 28th, 2024. And then going down here to video cards, though, this was November 25th, 2024. Samsung GDDR7 memory exclusive to RTX 50 desktop. But that's also why we're getting 3 gigabyte chips. So we're going to have 24 gigs for the 80 class card and 32 gigs for the 90 class card. Yeah. Let's see this videocards.com. NVIDIA is the first company to apply GDDR7 to its products, and for desktop graphics cards, it has decided to exclusively use Samsung's GDDR7. For notebooks, NVIDIA is considering integrating GDDR7 from Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron, but Samsung remains its top priority. Then currently rumors suggest that 50 series would launch with 28 gigabit per second modules. However, some sources claim speeds may go up to 32 gigabit per second on certain SKUs. We may not have not yet confirmed such rumors, but it is a fact that such memory is being sampled and has reportedly completed its verification process. Now that's the bandwidth, not the capacity. But yeah, I have heard about higher capacity memory chips. So that would mean the same number of chips would give you more VRAM. More of the performance? Yeah. I want to see what that's going to be like. I don't think PCIe 4 GPUs are fully loading the slot that PCIe 5 would be needed. Well, the thing is, we've had PCIe 5, Brian, for so long. And NVIDIA has, as far as I know, I believe they've stated that it's going to be PCIe 5 finally. Here's the thing. When testing a system that I got when the 4090 first came out, and it was also a newer, I think it was a 13th gen system, and the motherboard had issues with the, whatever. Basically, the top M.2 slot had bifurcation. So if you put in, whether it was a PCIe Gen 5 or because there weren't PCIe Gen 5 storage at the time, even though it was PCIe Gen 4, it still set the PCIe X16 to X8. And that 4090 was actually seeing performance dips. It's in a video that I did. It was noticeably bottlenecking the performance of a 4090. Now 4080 or 4080 Super, probably not. That could probably run off of X8. It's really hard to say. And bifurcation is funny because you'll have someone be like, what? I mean, look at this thing. This is PCIe Gen 5. If you bifurcate it, you're still getting PCIe Gen 5 X8, which is the same speed as PCIe Gen 4 X16. Yeah, but the card is not PCIe Gen 5. So what you're getting is PCIe Gen 4 X8, which actually, in terms of something like a 4090, can bottleneck it. I have seen it and documented it and put it in a video. It happens. Now, lower end cards than that, they're fine. They're fine on X8. And I know, it's just for me at that point, it's just a pet peeve of mine to see bifurcation happening when it doesn't need to. No. Wait, if they're making 3 gig modules, how would you get 32 gig on their cards? It was 33 gig. That made more. Maybe it was 33. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what the number was. I don't know. Wait a minute. It was a rumor I saw a while back. There's no telling. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, it would be 33 gigs. It's not as good a sounding number as 32. But yeah, look, if you look right here, last month, Samsung announced it was developing 24 gigabyte, 3 gig modules with speeds 3 gigabit, 3 gigabyte modules with speeds reaching, that's speeds though. Maybe the rumor I was seeing was confusing bandwidth for capacity. 3 gigabyte modules for the TI Super refresh down the pipeline with speed increase as well. This is confusing, man. It sounds like this is bandwidth, not capacity. Maybe I'm confusing things. I don't know. I just know that the VRAM cap has been at 24 gigs for a while, and I think they need to up that if they're going to charge $2,000 for a graphics card. I'm not crazy, right? I mean, the 1080 Ti had 11 gig, but also, Alucard, think about games in that era. They weren't as demanding on VRAM. But also, the 5090 is not going to be a gaming GPU. Like, it's not a game. The 4090 is not real. I mean, it's amazing for gaming, yeah. But like, no one should really buy it for just a gaming PC. But when people want it and they can afford it, I'm like, yeah, all right. You don't need 24 gigs of VRAM for gaming. You wouldn't need 30 whatever gigs for just gaming. You don't need that. Productivity, yeah. Content creation, yeah. 3D design, yeah. Game development, yeah. Gaming, nah. But yeah, 33 would make sense for capacity because then it would be 11. Yeah, we'll see what happens. 3090 was originally meant for gaming, yet content creators went crazy. Well, because it was supposed to be like a replacement for the Titan. And NVIDIA straight up said, this is not for gaming with the Titan. They said it out loud. This is not a gaming GPU. But the YouTube channels left and right were all like, we're putting an NVIDIA Titan in this gaming PC. And then everybody's like, well, no, I got to do that. Next time I see Linus, I'm going to be like, what the hell? Why would y'all like that? Why'd y'all do that? I built my current PC for $1,400. I have to tack on another grand to get a comparable PC these days. The thing about it is, I maintain that the most anybody actually really needs, if you're doing, like, the majority of people should be aiming for 1440p gaming. It's the best balance. And a 4070 Super does everything you need in that regard. Max 4070 Ti Super. Once you're getting up to cards that are like $1,000 or more, it's too much. It's too much. But people have been coming in with crazy budgets for PCs. You guys have seen it here, where people come in and be like, yeah, my budget is literally $10,000. And I'm like, I don't know how to spend that. Actually, no, we totally can. It's tough. It's tough, y'all. What's up, sick PCs? How's it going? Fun fact, my first ever GPU was a PNY Accelerate GTX 260. Nice. Were you able to, Mikey, did you catch my rant about NVIDIA earlier? It was a pretty solid one. Not gonna lie. AJ, you just don't spend it and it leaves room for the rest of the gaming cave. Yeah, there you go. I did while playing Fortnite. Oh, okay. A couple of those $4,400 Evangelion 4090s would eat that budget pretty well. Most kids these days don't understand how like conflicting it was with like SLI and multiple GPUs. I once, like, man, I ran AMD Crossfire before too, and it was just something else to have multiple GPUs in your system. It felt different for sure. But then again, there was like two $400 GPUs. You buy one and then know that you could buy another one later and then just link them up. Oh, hey, that's me. Hey, that is you. Hardline tubing for my PC was only like 1K. AJ, you know hardline though is like diminishing returns city. Especially now that like well, okay, I guess you can overclock the 9800X3D. So it actually can be viable, but it's not necessary. It's like overkill city. but it's cool. It's cool as hell. And it can lead to a quieter system too. But man, it is expensive. $1,000 is not a lot, not a small amount of money. It's not a small amount of money. Oddly enough, S-Line Crossfire actually start to make sense now that GPUs can have fast enough interconnect. That's true. Luxtizer, I think mine was a Diamond Monster 3D by 3DFX. Literally had to look up GPU history to remember the name of it. How many fans does the NZXT Player 3 Prime come with? No upgrades. It says, is it Zagot? 0 fans because you should not buy from NZXT. I haven't been recommending them for a while now. And now I have all the reason not to. You guys have heard me plenty of times when people come in and they're like, hey, what about the NZXT this or the NZXT that? And I'm like, I don't like some of the decisions that NZXT is making. Where did you think that was coming from? It was, a lot of it had to do with the parts they chose and things like that, but also like just in general, I didn't like the direction they were going, so I steered all my viewers away from them. But unfortunately, I didn't do an investigation like GN did. I really should have done that. And that's my fault. That's my failure. I should have done that. You can check out the Jay interview today. Alucard, I watched some of it, and it was, as expected, pretty awkward and pretty unhelpful, but I need to watch the rest of it. I had to prepare for this. And yeah. And no, we're not doing a watch other people's content thing again. I don't want to do that again. Considering a DirectDi 9950X 3D, and I'm hoping for a single slot RTX 5090 mod. What's that? Yeah, it'd be awesome. What's up, Northern Lights? How's it going? Yeah, that monitor's good enough to run it, King Zolio. I mean, what do you mean good enough? Good enough? Yeah, it's fine. If that's the monitor you could get, and it's an awesome monitor, so good. I don't know what you mean by full experience. You're going to play games, and the games will be on the screen, and it's going to be good. I don't know what settings you're going to run, what game you're playing, because you just said MMOs, and there's a wide gamut of those. But 1440p, 165 hertz is great. Well, it's on the way. My friend told me it's coming with 7, but dang, what did they do? They were basically busted by Gamers Nexus for predatory practices, and they're being boycotted by a lot of content creators right now. So I would check out the Gamers Nexus video, but you're not renting it, right? You bought it. You know, that's something. But when I reviewed a PC from them, it had three loose screws in there. After that, I kind of like, they made a statement where they were like, hey, we're going to get better. Then it turns out, and I wasn't told this, they outsourced their build business to a separate company. So how was I to know that they actually were going to follow through with their QC improvements? I'm glad I backed away from NVIDIA. Yes, Ruchu, I know. Yeah. Northern Lights just asked about that, and I also just answered that. You want to help me plan my custom loop? Sure. Wait, AJ, what brand are you what did you go with for your hardware? It really sucks because EK makes some of the most gorgeous looking stuff, but like companies falling left and right. I swear, crazy. All right, Broga. Let me know how that goes. If I win the lottery, I'll buy a house for everyone in my family and then a PC 5090 for myself. That's okay. That's the plan. Marutu, I don't know. And it's not necessarily because companies haven't done sketchy stuff in the past. It's just the visibility is way more than it used to be. Guys, doing my customary check-in. We're not helping anybody directly right now. So are y'all having a good time? Are we good with just chilling and chilling and chatting? Chilling and chatting. Chewing the fat and chilling and chatting. I don't know. I don't take responsibility for the stuff I say. What do you think I am? NZXT over here. On my current loop, XSPC fittings and alpha cool rads. Okay, what about your blocks? For a new PC, I need to figure out my case. 011 RGB or light base 900DX. Light base 900DX. It's going to be different. It's going to set itself apart from the other ones. Those things, I want to see more beautiful builds in those. I'm lurking, but doing well, just testing boats. Testing boats. Interesting, Asteri. Your shirt kind of makes me think you're going to do some spoken word poetry, so we can do that. I apparently bit my own tongue in my sleep, and it hurts a lot. So I'm talking so much, it really hurts. But I don't know if I would go in for spoken word because of that. But I basically did that on NVIDIA earlier. But Asteri, thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. What, I'm a tester for the game for the ships they plan on Oh, okay. That's super cool. Northern Lights is just playing Farm Simulator. Nice. Texas Hoss having a chill time for sure. Nice. But yeah, AJ, light base. And here's what you do. AJ, for your setup, have you seen those like wood slatted walls things? And there are some that are a little cheaper that are actually sound foam. And then you get like the light bar things from Govee and put them in the slots. You can do 4 of those on each side. And you could even, I was thinking about doing that like horizontally to match if I did horizontal, or you can do vertical and have the case be vertical and match it right up to your case's RGB because it has those 4 RGB strips in there. Phenomenal. Oh, the foundation block on black one. Nice, nice, nice. I saw that. EVGA XC3 Hydro Copper 3080. Oh, okay, cool. Not going good, man. Awesome. Good to hear that. Nexus video came out after I bought it. Hey, it happens. It happens. The PC is different than the Flex program. Make sure you check everything over when you get the PC. Good point. Bray, what's the name of that cool purple case that you like? That would be the APNX C1. I really want to do a building one. I really want to do a building one. And I know those guys now anyway, so I should see about it. The thing is, they're not trying to promote that one. They're promoting the V1 right now. So it's hard for me to justify it to them. And poof. Wow, suddenly this room is so clean. It's not, though. It's bad enough when I unbox one PC. Try building 2 in here. It just gets... I can't even walk around in here right now. This right here that you see... Oh, uh-oh. Don't pay attention to that. Don't look at that. Nope. Oh, damn it! I need to get wider. Hey, guys. Just chilling. Look at how casual I am and not weird. Thoughts on thoughts? Build new PC or get 5090 first. Tech Grant, good luck getting a 5090 when they launch. Pretty much the only way to get one is probably going to be through system integrators, pre-built. At retail, you know they're going to be botted and scalped. What I've been recommending to people, if you don't want to wait for 50 series, that's totally fine. Just get yourself a lower end GPU, like a mid-range. Something like a, 7800 XT or 4070 Super. Rock that for a while. Let the 5080 and 5090 come out, maybe in the 5070 at some point, right? And let the scalping happen. Wait for them to come back into stock, then get yourself one. In the meantime, you're going to be gaming on your just fine GPU, especially if you're doing 1440p with those cards. You're going to have a great time. You don't have to be there stressing, trying to buy the moment it drops. But oh my God, they're upcharging it by $400. Oh my God, now it's double the price. I I can't believe they're doing that. I believe it. They've done it for years now. It's just there were times where everything was too plentiful and they couldn't really scalp stuff, but now it's happening. And there's a crypto boom again in a way. So if I'm not mistaken, is it on the rise again? Crypto heads out there? I'm not really into it, which is not good. I should be paying attention to that market because it directly affects gaming PC consumers. I have an NZXT build PC and also had a great customer support experience with them, so kind of feel weird, right? Yeah, I know. And they even did good on the Linus Tech Tips Secret Shopper Challenge. They did pretty good, but what are you going to do? I thought about doing the sideways mount with the 900. That's part of why I was considering it. Ah, yeah. It is classic. You just need a smoke animation when you disappear. That would be cool. And I'll bet that Finite Singularity could do that. If y'all want a 5090 from Stints built, let me know so I can get our allocation correct. That'd be great to do. Woody Afu says, do you have iBuyPower promo code? Yes, I do. It is Braethorn6. I'll type it in chat for you. And that gets you either $100 off a ready to ship system, a ready system from $999 and up, or $1,000 and up, or 5% off any easy builder system or custom system over $1,000, I think, or $1,500, something like that. It's a good coupon though. It takes a lot off the price. I first learned about Bitcoin when it was 3 cents. I thought I was dumb. I thought it was dumb. I'm dumb. Lux, that was me too. I was working for a third-party IT company. I just did outsourced IT and stuff. And they were building a mining setup. And they're like, do you want to invest in this? And then you get some coins out of it. I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And it was when it was first starting. I'd be a millionaire right now if I'd just been like, yeah, here's $500. Here you go. But you know what? I still think crypto's dumb. Because it crashed too. It goes up, it goes down. Only Bitcoin's going up, the rest are not going up as much. Okay, and that's not proof of work anymore, so yeah. If that's what that means, I think, yes. No problem, Woody. You have a Battle Stations channel on Discord. Was going to post my system for you to roast. I have a rigs channel. And the thing about it, AJ, is I don't feel too good about roasting setups because I don't come from money. I don't come from money. I don't have energy to do a lot of, and it sucks because I'm supposed to have really cool, all this work on the back here. This took me forever to do because I'm low energy all the time as a condition that I have. So I don't feel good about roasting other people's setups because it could be a situation similar to mine. Guys, my PC, before I started getting PCs sent to me, was well, I bought one. I bought a pre-built at one point that I did payments on, and that was very helpful. But the PC before that was a 4790K and an RX 580. Nice CPU for some of the stuff I was doing, music stuff I was doing, whatever. It's not great. It was only 4 cores, 8 threads. And the GPU was something I would upgrade with not expensive GPUs over time. It was nothing top end. I almost never bought NVIDIA cards. They're too expensive. Oh, I'm blind. No, you're not. You're not blind. How you type? Well, I mean, people can type when they're blind, I guess. That's about to be real ableist of me. I think that's what that means. The only thing that makes me feel better is probably I would have had it all in MTGOX and lost it all anyway. I'm sure there's a better way to say that than what I said just now. Don't need to roast setups, just possible ideas to tweak setups, though. Woody, you can't put links in chat. If you're looking for help, fill out this form right here. I don't have anybody waiting right now, so I can do a one-on-one thing with you right now if that's what you're looking for. Just fill out that form. Okay, well, I asked for it, so you don't have to feel bad about it at all. Doesn't matter. I'll still feel bad about it. People also do things like gifting subs and donos or bits or whatever voluntarily, and I still feel bad about getting it. And that's my right. It's my constitutional right to feel bad about. I don't know. That's probably not in there. Presonic Dreams, welcome. What's up? So what says, hope this is appropriate. Cheapest pre-built that can run PoE2. What the hell is PoE2? I don't know what that is. Next time I upgrade, where should I buy from pre-built wise? Next time you upgrade, Zagot, you just got a PC. Your next upgrade shouldn't be for years from now. Upgrading is, now unless you have something like you want to add storage, then you're just buying storage. You're not buying from another pre-built. Upgrade the PC that you're getting because it's upgradable. It's one of the best things about PCs. I was thinking, okay, let me see. I was thinking to build then wait for a few months for 5090 to buy. That's what I have been recommending, Tech Grant. 5090, if you have the budget for it and you need it, then sure. Path of Exile 2. Oh, okay. I don't know what's needed for that. I'm a guy, see you, Bray. Okay, Zagot, you got it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you meant I'm a go, but okay. Yeah, see ya. I'll be here. No, okay, guys, I get it. Path of Exile 2. All right, it was up here and... whoa, 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 whoa. What is that? Sick PCs. Path of Exile 2 recommended system requirements. 10500 or 3700X. 16 gigs of RAM. 2060 or 5600 XT. Arc A770? Interesting. Very cool. Then there's a minimum. 7700, 2500X, 8 gigs, GTX 960, 4770, and A380. That's okay. Coggle, when it says minimum specs, I'm pretty sure they mean for operating system, for all other stuff, and to be able to fit the game as well. I don't think it requires that much space to install. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But yeah. That's okay. Zagot, you good? I'll be here. More PC stuff. If you want to see more PC content, be sure to subscribe, all that. Hey, Woody, thank you for doing that. I'm on the listing. But yeah, we can help you out. You said you missed the custom Skytech system? Yeah, the one that would fit your budget is sold out. No, you chose white, so that's what I'm gonna go with. You see, Woody, it doesn't matter to me. It should matter to you. I shouldn't have to choose. But what I'm gonna do is I'll see what's out there and go based off of that. And you're doing gaming and streaming. All right. What I can do is I can probably build you something like the one that was for the Black Friday sale, and I want to see how much it comes out to. The problem is they're not going to have the 9800X 3D. And what you can do is you can maybe request that they put one of these in there for you. Because that's one of the things that was that's the main thing that was like the identifying element that made it a Braithorn King 95. Wait, hold on. Stop. I want to see something. Braithorn. Will it come up with my system? Nothing matched my search terms. Did they not index it? What the hell? Not cool, Skytech. They didn't freaking index my name under my systems that I did with them. I'll bet that if, you know, if I did a collab PC with sick PCs that was a Braithorn system, or if I did it with stints built, they would make it searchable. Right, guys? Right? Systems are built, just waiting on the AIOs. We will get them out as soon as humanly possible. They were supposed to arrive today. Okay. Hey, no worries, Jeff. It's all good. Hey, everybody, I want to jump in to apologize to everyone that ordered the high-end Black Friday deal. There's a major delay in the delivery of the AIOs. It should be here on the 16th. Ah, I see that now, Jeff. Got you. Complain. We want people to be able to find them, right? Just saying. So I'm not going to be able to do the AIO that matches. That's okay. Well, we don't have a search, so... Oh, so you wouldn't do it. So you wouldn't even create a search function just for me, AJ? Cool. I see how it is. Cool. I see how it is. That's fine. It is fine, though. It used to come up when I searched Braithorn. Really? Okay. Well, they're probably sold out at this point, so... Yo, 9800X3D is back on the menu, boys. Sorry, that's just a 9800X3D is back on the menu, boys. That's a Lord of the Rings reference from the Two Towers. Now, what I can do is the upgrade everyone wanted, 4070 Ti Super. There you go, because it fits within your $2,500 budget. Montec King 95 in white. Wait, I know I clicked on that. Give it a second. Texas Haas would do it. Thank you, Texas Haas. Jeff, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I was going to ask you if the other ones are all sold out, but if the 1299 systems are all sold out, but I don't know. I figure probably, or at least we're down to like just a couple of them left. They have the light base 600 in black and white. Man, I want that case so bad. It's so nice. But the King 95 is beautiful. Ain't complaining about that, that's for sure. Okay, there's a King 95 in Pro in white with included Montec fans. Beautiful. Maverick montages. I haven't been keeping up with market prices for previous gen hardware, so I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. 360 for the Win 3, probably. It's a pretty good deal. It's not bad, that's for sure. Hey, there's no white AIOs except the trikes. I know they're coming in though. So what I would do is basically set this thing up with, like, say this is the black version of the AIO we used, but there's a delay on that shipment for the white ones to come in. You just let Skytech know, hey, I actually want the white one. And there's our motherboard, the linchpin of the whole thing. Hell yeah! Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. I just got excited. Now, one thing is that the RAM being the exact Kingston Fury RAM that was used is probably not an option in 32 gigs. There's a similar kit here in white that's the right frequency and cast latency, but it is 64 gigs. This is the same power supply. Different storage. The correct storage would just be a 2 terabyte generic one probably, but that's not an option here. Oh, that's right. You told me about the SN850Xs, but whatever. It's a little cheaper. This is coming out to more than I expected, but this is with the 4070 Ti Super. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Check this out. All right. Look at this. If we go to the 4070 Super, if y'all were wondering if the Black Friday deal was a good deal, look at this. Now, you got to remember, this is because I chose a specific motherboard, specific cooler, specific CPU, specific GPU, all of that. And this is with double the RAM as well. Okay, this is with 64 gigs of RAM because I can't choose white RAM and 32 gigs. But still, the RAM itself is a difference of like $100 maybe. 5 more of the $12.99 systems in stock. Good Lord. 5 left, Caldwell. That's why you can still add it to cart. Jeff says, don't do that. Just wait. Okay. With the Cougar PSU. Alucard, did you miss all of the Black Friday content? You missed all the Black Friday content, didn't you? Or some of it. You were there probably for some of the build. I think you were. I remember you being there, right? Am I crazy? I might be crazy because I was in a haze that whole time. Well, look at this. The Cougar GEX. A gold example of Tier B mid-range. That is an awfully good power supply, isn't it? This thing is a freaking bargain in terms of what you get for the money. It's awesome. The downside to this power supply, there is a downside. No native 12 VH PWR, so you have to use the adapter with it. But aside from that, Cougar is making some freaking moves, man. Look at that. Joel and True, your systems were balanced. Even almost had me pull the trigger on the 9800 X3D system, but best for me to wait. Hey, that's fine. Nope. Cougar GEX. Cougar 850 watt gold GEX 850. I know I wanted to focus on the thumbs up. Like, let's look at the other options here. Could go for the Enermax, but that's the lowest wattage one is 1350 watts. That is way overkill for this. Seasonic Vertex 1000 watt would be $120 more. Now you could get this Thermaltake Tough Power GT 850 watt 80 plus gold ATX 3.1, and I would do that actually. Let me see. Let's see the GT. Where's the GT at? I don't think it's on the list yet. Yeah, it's not on the list yet. Yep, GF. Nope, it's not in here. So it probably hasn't had enough reviews to make the list yet. But Thermaltake typically gets pretty good ratings. So what I would, and besides which, a lot of the things that they rate by are upgraded and affected by the new ATX standards. So I would actually switch it to this one so you don't have to use an adapter. So you're getting a little bit of an upgrade there for $0. What does speculative position mean on that website? Maverick Montages. It means that there's not yet enough information for them to say it is definitively in tier A, gold tier, tier A, or blue, or whatever. But they're speculating that it's likely going to be there, knowing what they know about the power supplies. Hi, I'm new to your channel. Came here due to want to educate myself. Your channel's been great. King Zovio, have to hear that. That's good. That is the only annoying thing about the tier list, lack of updates on it. Well, Alucard, to be fair, power supplies don't move a ton when it comes to newer models. It's just right now we're in the cycle of ATX 3.1 coming out and all that. And that we're like, it's going to take time. That's why I like the tier list, because they do take their time with it. It's actually why it's reliable. I see 7800X3D, 4080 Super, 32 gigs, 2 terabytes on iBuy Power for $23.99. It seems good, but I'm not sure. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. You said that you're doing gaming and streaming, right? What motherboard is in that system? What motherboard is in there? Do we know? Cybernetics rates a GEX as platinum, so there's that. AJ, I believe that was part of when I was first researching it that I saw that, and I was like, I want this power supply in both of the systems. It's too good. It is too good to not do that. And like, think about this. That power supply is in a $12.99 system. Platinum rating from Cybernetics and a gold tier B from PSU Cultist tier list. Freaking awesome. That's what I want to see. That makes me happy to say I got to choose the parts. And I got to tell you, Jeff, if you think it was annoying having to deal with me being like that with you guys, I'm going to be just as much, if not more so, adamant about choosing my own parts for every collab PC from now on, because it felt so good to do that. Okay. So it could be this motherboard right here. Which is not bad. That's not too bad for streaming. That's pretty good. Let me show you the one that I chose. Just so we can compare them right next to each other. Wait, there you go. So one of the most important things to me as a streamer is being able to connect all my devices directly to the motherboard, not having to go through front panel IO. I keep that for like things like wireless dongles that are small and tiny, whatever. And not having to put in an add-in card if I don't want to, until I get to the point where I have to. Look at the difference here, though. What they added here, because otherwise it's identical, is you get 4 USB 2.0s for all your slower devices, like your mouse, keyboard, headset, things like that, leaving your faster USB Type A ports for things that need that bandwidth, like high-quality webcams, external capture cards, things like that. Funny thing is, we'll probably already be on the same page, especially if we get another follow-up to the X670E Gaming Plus. The thing is, they did an X870 Gaming Plus, AJ, and it's not great. What is a super fast Type-C port used for? Dodger Dog, I'd use that for a Type-C external capture card. So, if you're fine with this kind of I/O for streaming, go for it. And I'll tell you, like 4080 Super versus 4070 Ti Super, it sounds like there's a lot going on there, but when it comes down to it, it's the same amount of VRAM, and look at this. So this is the whole list. Look at how close the 4070 Ti Super and 4080 Super are. You're talking about 10 to 15 frames per second on average at 1440p Ultra. And they both have 16 gigs of VRAM. So I personally want a more balanced system, okay? And this is not a 7800X 3D. This is a 9800X 3D that runs at better temps, that has better frequencies, that is better at productivity stuff, meaning like those frequencies and all that kind of stuff. The IP, IPC uplift, all that is going to help you with your streaming stuff. Not as much the gaming stuff, but it does beat it in gaming too. It's a more balanced system. Is it all the PCIe 5 slots on X870E boards hurt the I/O? It depends at Northern Lights on how they use the PCIe layout. Some boards are going to go one way, some boards are going to go another. It's got to be on the E chipset. I guess so. I need to look at that. But think about it though. The price of the X670E Gaming Plus is so good. I don't know if they'll ever replicate that, and they're still making the X670E. So like, you know. Alucard, thank you for dropping that clip. 4070 Ti cards do have 2 NVENC encoder instead of 1, but isn't worth price. Most people don't know that. Well, I mean, the 4080 Super, we're talking 4080 Super versus 4070 Ti Super. They both have the dual encoders. Should I take back 7700X and get a 9700X instead? Dodger Dog, if you want to. You don't have to. They'll both perform just fine. I don't know if you'll notice a difference. It's only useful if you do a ton of video encoding. Tech Grant, it can be useful for streaming because you'll be basically, I don't know the ins and outs of this, but there are times when you're like, what OBS and NVIDIA were working on is doing transcoding is done on, it's not transcoding. You're doing multiple encodes on the client side, which goes up to Twitch. So having the dual encoders probably helps with that. 4070 and 4070 Super only have 1. Oh, this one has a 4070 Super. I forgot. I thought I had it on the 4070 Ti Super. My bad. When did I put it on the 4070 Super? When did I do that? Oh, it's because I was comparing the price. Okay. Now, the thing is, the 4070 Super is it is going to only have the 1 encoder. But for most purposes for streaming, it's going to be totally fine. AV1 encoding, NVENC, all that stuff. The dual encoders, most people, as you said, are not going to really use that. You could lay out an X670E Mobo pretty much exactly how we like it if you wanted. It's annoying that nobody does it like that X670E Gaming Plus. I know. My throat is starting to hurt. I should probably stop talking, honestly. Anyway, here's the deal. This PC at the price that, I mean, look, getting this with a 4070 Super for $2,000 was a super good deal. That's why they sold out so quickly. Getting it with a 4070 Ti, doing the customizer does cost you more money than a pre-configured system. That's just the way it's going to work. If you want to get that one from iBuyPower, you totally can. And I have a coupon code for that. So here's how it is. Those are my codes. Skytech code is Swarm. iBuyPower code is Braythorn6. Choose either one. They're probably both going to be fine. I showed you both motherboards. And if you find out that you need more, let me actually see something here. Going back to this one here, let me check. Yeah. So this has an X1 slot right here. And check this out. This is a PCI, a $21 PCIe X1 card. You just plug it in, you screw it down right there on the PCI slots, and then you get that. Ought to do it. I just don't want people to have to do that. I wanted something that was a complete product out of the box, had all the ports you needed for the most part. And if you get to the point where you need more, congratulations, you're truly a streaming nerd at that point, and you can get yourself something like this for like $21 to $25. Some are $40. This, what I look for is that it doesn't require power from the PSU. This just gets all the power from the PCIe bus, and that's all it needs. 7 USB Type A ports, USB 3.0. $21. This is the kind of stuff I'm covering in pre-built rebuilt later on when I'm doing the additional stuff. You can add this kind of stuff in really easily. It takes minutes. And the card has dual USB controllers, if I remember correctly, which what you need for that many additional USB ports. Yep. There you go. Power. Yeah, this is really nice. I love stuff like this. PCIe slots are the most underused, underestimated part of your computer. And I'm not just going to say that and be like, oh, well, I want to fix that. I want y'all to know the power you have to make your PC better really easily and cheaply. You're in the right place if that's something you want. Y'all want that? I want that. Jeff, no, don't tell people to get hubs. There are plenty of streaming devices that freak out if you put it on a hub. No. If you're just trying to like read off a SD card or something, sure. If it's Thunderbolt, yeah, you're all right. That bandwidth is awesome. Or USB 4. Yeah, okay. But like, if you do anything less than that, then your devices can freak out. Elgato devices specifically are very sensitive to being on hubs. They do not like it. But if you're going directly through a PCIe lane, you're pretty much okay. Capture cards are moving towards X4. Well, here's the thing. AJ, here's the crazy thing, okay? Even the highest end capture cards right now are PCIe X4, but they're Gen 2. PCIe Gen 2 X4. So interestingly, my favorite motherboard so far, it's more pricey than this. I'm going to show you right here. This is one so far that I found that I really like. It's too expensive. That's the downside. It's like $480, something like that. It is the Gigabyte X. Yes, I know, Jeff. It's Gigabyte, and you hate Gigabyte. You said so. Anyway, I'm just giving you a hard time. X870E AORS Master. All right. The I/O is not quite. It's good. It is good. It's good, but it's not quite as robust. It's good though. It's just missing 2. That's it. And it has 1 extra USB. It actually has more USB overall. Okay, or about the same, but faster. So that's good. This is very good. But it's these down here for streamers, right here. This. I'll show you what I mean by that. One of the biggest pet peeves for me right now is that even with 24 lanes of PCIe Gen 5 and all this other stuff, they're like, oh, we just got to bifurcate it. It's going to be X8 all the time. And I already had a talk about this during the stream. By and large, bifurcation is just a pet peeve for me. It's not a huge deal for most GPUs unless you have a 4090 that's running at PCIe Gen 4, X8, and I have seen a bottleneck from that, and I showed it in a video, so don't tell me it's not a thing. But no, it's right here, expansion slots. 1 PCI Express X16 at PCIe 5.0 to the CPU, and then 2 X16 slots to the chipset, both running at X4. One of them is PCIe Gen 4, one's PCIe Gen 3. More of this, please. Yes. Use that X870E chipset properly. Just like this. Just like this. The downside is there are two M.2 connectors you can't use. 2 and 3. They're integrated to the CPU, and they... Wait, hold on. Let me see. Where was it stated? Is it under expansion slots? Yes. Yeah, it can only support a graphics card or an NVMe SD. So basically, it's like you can't... It shares bandwidth with the M.2 CPU connectors. So that's a huge downside. So even there, they're like, no, can't have cake, eat it too, even for $500. But I need to look into this more because I remember looking into this and being like, okay, this is okay for some reason or another. I think there's like 4 M.2 connectors. Slots, M.2 slots, sockets, whatever the hell you want to call them. Where was it? There was something here where I was like, oh, well, fine, you could just do this. Oh, it's B and C, not A. So A is fine. There, this one right here. So you still get PCIe 5.0 integrated into the CPU, separate from the X16 slot. So you still get it. It's just if you use 2 or 3, that's when it bifurcates. And then you can use 4, no problem. So you can have 2 M.2 drives in here without bifurcating. You have to use the first connector and the fourth connector, and then you're good to go. It's like caveats everywhere, but this one is workable. I can't look at Newegg, AJ. It tries to dox me every time I look at it on stream. All right, Rutu, have a good one. Who was asking about cables? Dodger Dog. I like Asia Horse, pretty much, as was stated by Alucard. King Zovio, if you're just gaming, it doesn't matter. But I don't know what you're doing with your PC. Encoding PC at 4K for someone with capture card and multiple cameras via quad HDMI card. Sounds like the Camlink Pro. Camlink Pro is PCIe X4 Gen 2, though. PCIe Gen 2 X4. Ask me how I know. All right, I'm going to look at this without showing screen because it's Newegg. It's like that. What? C790 Aorus Elite AX. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to look this up on Gigabyte's site, and then I won't get doxxed. Can you give me a use case where that bifurcation would be an issue in the real world? Jeff, there's a whole SkyTech review video where it was a freaking issue. Do you not remember the Eclipse, the white Eclipse system with a 4090? Where it was running an X8 and I was getting 3D Mark telling me, hey, out of all the people with these specs, you're in this like really low percentage of performance. And I was like, holy crap. And then I changed it to where it was, I believe I changed it to where it wasn't bifurcated and it shot right back up. So yeah, you guys help me realize this. There's a whole video about it, and it's a SkyTech video of mine, a review video. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Well, first off, let's see what we're working with on the rear I/O. Okay, that is a lot of wasted space. They could have even made Aorus bigger there. Like, it's such an empty space here, but yeah, okay. What's sad about this? Let me tell you what's sad about this. I got too many windows open right now. Zero change from the Z690 version. They could have updated this. They could have upgraded it. It's exactly the same. Make it make sense. But in a way, it also perfectly makes sense, because what are the real list for me the differences between Z690 and Z790 to the customer? Oh, this does the same thing. X16, PCIe 4, X4. Same thing, PCIe 3, X4. But storage, what about that? It's right here. Yeah, it looks good. Four M.2, 3 through the chipset. Yeah, it's not bifurcated. It's not happening. I meant the second slot. Well, if you bifurcate the second slot, that's bifurcating the first one. That's where the problem is. The second and third slots, I think, should just be through the chipset. Just do it through the chipset. There you go. Who needs it for like SLI at this point? Nobody. Now, some people do want a CPU connected X8 slot to run an X4 for a internal capture card because it's that important to them. I think it's fine to run that through the chipset. I don't see a problem. It's regardless better than an external card. Woody, the custom builds take longer because they're not pre-built, ready to go. Or they don't have it, like they have to gather the parts, do all the stuff. It depends on which SI you're talking about. I'm really starting to get into be in a lot of pain right now. Woody, I forgot to give this to you. That's the link for the custom build I did with Skytech. If you want to grab that one, there you go. You can do that, or the iBuyPower one. Either one should be a pretty good option for you. You get a slight upgrade on the GPU if you go with the iBuyPower one, but I think it's going to be better balanced and better I/O if you go with the one that is the Skytech one. Your choice. You have discounts for both. You have codes for both. Braithorn 6 for iBuyPower, Swarm SWARM for Skytech. So, and it will be faster if you go with one that is pre-configured. Yes. If you go with one that's a custom system, that does take longer, but it is built specifically for you, and we got to choose all the parts. messages. Okay. No problem, Woody. You're good. Oh, let me put this in here. Anyway, it's not something I would normally do. It's just getting really hard to talk because I can feel my tongue swelling up from where I heard it before, from the talking, which is agitating it. I need to rest and take some pain meds. So what we're going to do is raid my friend Bastion Blue, who is a Super Metroid speedrunner, and that should be fun. Over on Twitch, that's what we're doing. On YouTube, I don't really raid. Sorry, they don't have a good function for that I like. I mostly just do it on Twitch. But that's what we're going to do because I'm in quite a lot of pain right now. And we're going to be back. I don't know if I'm going to do a gaming stream on Sunday. It's been a while. It's been a long time. But I know for sure I'll be back on Tuesday doing another one of these for sure. Main thing you're gonna need, King Zovio, for gaming is gonna be Steam. You need Steam if you're gonna be gaming on PC. It's the main thing. Oh, nice! You're already getting your system. That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's a good one, King Zovio. Of course, no problem. Thank you, Sick PCs. Appreciate it. I will feel better. It's just I just need to rest my. I yap for a living. It's really not great when you injure your mouth, which is I did that in like September too. So it's really or October. I don't remember when. Whatever. It was a bad time. Maybe November. Who knows? But yeah. So please come along with me, guys. If you like me, please bring that liking to my friends on Twitch because I try to share that positivity as much as possible. It makes me happy to do that. And keep your eyes peeled for content coming soon that people have been waiting for a long time. Should be early next week for that, I'm hoping. It's going to be a good time. It is. But I do need this to heal for... Actually, it might not be early next week because I need to heal first. But, all right, guys. I appreciate y'all. We did a lot of just yapping on this one, which was great for my... I got to tell you. Not feeling great. But it was awesome hanging out with y'all as always. And if you're not following or on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube, that stuff is free. And if you don't want to miss these, it's a free way to keep up to date with that kind of stuff. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop that raid now. So that's it for tonight. Until the next one, take care.
Let's go, nerds!